Set timer for 1 hour. Okay, you guys. So I'm just here just to check in to say Happy New Year to you guys. I'm not staying that long, so we're gonna see if anybody pops in. Happy 2020. Like I say, I'm not staying long. I actually am gonna do some more work today, just not on here. But I wanted to just come check in with you guys and see what y'all was doing. See if anybody is out here in YouTube world with me. I was watching some I was just watching some stuff on YouTube earlier and I was like, let me go ahead and just go live now so I can just have it done. And it's a really nice day out. I would take y'all outside, but my Wi-Fi don't reach where I want to go at. So we just gonna kick it in the house for right now. I might do another live or something later today. This evening, depending on how this one goes. But yeah, I'm just here. I'm just here, just hanging out to see what you guys got going on. I can't see if anybody's in the room right now. If y'all didn't see last night, for New Year's, I did a interview with Tonisha V from her YouTube channel. She's also a traveling surgical tech. She's been doing it for a while, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly how many years. But yeah, she hopped on last night, so I thought that was super cool. And I'm just saying hey today, just, just to kind of get a feel for what's going on. Sorry, I got like something in my nails. But I don't really have much going on right now. I might go in there and cook. My son want a cake or some hey Polka Dot, how are you today? Happy New Year's. I'm thinking about cooking a cake. Are you eating, what is it? We supposed to be eating greens and black eyed peas today for good luck and money, I think is what it is. But I'm not cooking greens today. I don't feel like it. Ain't even lying. So if I don't get any money this year, we'll blame it on me not eating greens today. But I doubt that. I doubt that stopped me. But yeah, I don't really have much going on today. I'm just kind of on here, just, just popping in to see what everybody else got going on. And that's really it. I'm not going to stay on too long though, but I did want to come and see what y'all had going on for New Year's and just to say hey and, all of that good stuff. Let me see. I could do, my phone is going off. Let's see. Happy. I love this like tool up there. Let's see if that there. I think that is just so cool. Yeah, I do. Use a banner to summarize your talking points. Okay. But yeah, I don't really have much. Oh, look, I can do all kind of stuff in the back. So let's see what this do. Oh, look. So I guess I could do like a different kind of, okay, so you can customize your, oh my God, you guys, this is super cool. Okay, so that's that. What is this up here? The minimum. Oh, that's how you change the comments. Okay, okay. I like it like that. And then you could do a countdown. My background, I could change my background. I can't see what that looks like though. Maybe if I had a different maybe if I had like a different setup, like maybe if I change it to this, what does that look like? It's not showing me anything. I'm gonna have to play with that. Like that is super cool. I like this. I like this. So what is this countdown for? Okay, so I think that's for like the beginning of the video. This is really, really, really stinking cool. I ain't gonna even lie. Like I could change the color too of the bottom part. So let's see, what color do I want it? Blue? Yeah, I like this. I ain't even lying. I'm sitting here playing with this tool, but I really like it. Oh, I got some comments. Let me see. Okay. I'm sorry. I was playing with them. I couldn't even see. It had a little thing over the top. It says, as tradition, we eat soup. We eat soup. Is it Jumo with hot chocolate and white bread? I'm Haitian. Oh, of Haitian descent. Okay, so it's Independence Day. So happy Independence Day to you and to your family. Yeah, no, I have a good look. I was over here completely playing. Are you as a traveling tech, are you required to take? So that's a really good question because I don't know. From what I've heard, nobody, I haven't met or heard anybody that had to take the vaccine. But I'm not taking it. I wouldn't take it. I would just not do that job. I'm not taking it. So that's where that's what I got for that. But I haven't heard anybody say that they had to go to work. No, I haven't heard that. But that's a really good question. That's a really good question. But no, I haven't heard anybody say they had to take it, and I'm pretty sure that most people probably not going to take it. They can't really force you to take it, but they can say, if you don't take it, you can't do, certain things. Like, but they even changed it with like the flu vaccine, the regular flu. You don't have to take it. You can do a waiver if you want to. So I think that's kind of cool. Happy New Year's, Paris. How are you today? Look, I've been over here playing with my like stuff. Um, yeah, I don't really have much going on, but no. Paris, can you tell us, are they requiring surgical techs in New York to take the COVID vaccine? Can you answer that for me? Or do you want to hop on with me? Because that's always the option. Hey, Ken. Ah! He called me HM3. I ain't been called that in so long. Can you hop on, Paris, or no? Actually, if any of y'all want to hop on, y'all really can. I don't mind. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't really think they can really force you to take it as of right now. But I think, who knows what might be happening. But for the people that's having to take it, I don't know. But encouraging you to, okay, so yeah. So you gonna take it or no? Paris, come on with me. Can you come on or no? I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Just come on. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. And you can't tell me no this time because you done already told me no once. That's how I go, right? Once you say no once, you can't say no again. There go the link right there. You should be able to click it and come straight in. You don't have to get on your laptop. You should be able to click it from your phone. I had some some oxtails earlier today, and they are really good. But I felt so bad eating it because all I kept thinking about was how like greasy it was. How greasy it was, but it was really good. Let's see if Paris come out here with me. So it's nice and warm here today too, you guys. I'm sweating right now. I don't have the air conditioner on. See, Paris, okay. I ain't gonna ask no more. I done asked already like three. I done asked you like twice already. That's all right. I'm finna highlight this answer. Nah, bro, not today, but next time I got you. All right. Well, enjoy your New Year. Thank you. So yeah, since Paris don't want to act like he want to come and talk to me on my live, it's all good though. So yeah, I ain't really got too much going on. But I am gonna tell y'all I'm not gonna keep asking the same questions to people. Like I'm not gonna ask. I just don't like having to ask the same question over and over again. So I'm not gonna be asking people to come on here. I am. I'm just saying. I done asked like twice. I'm pretty sure I done asked more than one. What's up, Zayef? How are you? How are you today? Happy New Year. I am being salty because I've asked more than once. Salty ain't what is it that's in the year. Hold on. Salty ain't heard that salty. Oh, the top. Oh, yeah, how he said it. Being salty. I mean, what you think? I'm that type of person though. Not salty, but just like, well, okay, I just won't ask you no more. Right? I ain't spoiled. That ain't spoiled. That's not being spoiled. If I ask, I think if I ask, I think if I ask once, okay. If I ask again, then like, and you say no again, then I'm just like, okay, well, you know. Or we could set up a time or something like that. But so, anyways, but I'm not spoiled at all. I don't think so. But yeah, so I'm just hanging out though. I had to get up really early this morning to go help my mom. Oh look, I look, okay. Turn your camera on. You gotta turn your camera. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I could do it if you don't turn your camera on. Hold on, it's telling me something. Your guest will need to you gotta connect. It's saying your mic and your camera isn't connected. So if it asks you for permission, you gotta give it permission. So what y'all doing today? What you doing today, Ken? Nothing. You working? I only asked once. I only asked once, so can't nobody say no. He probably ain't up yet. Who probably ain't up yet? Paris. Yeah, I don't really like asking people. Like, let me just first of all say, I'm not like completely salty, but I will say I'm not the type that's just gonna keep asking people to do stuff. Like, I'm just not. You got to turn your camera on though, Paris. It's saying that your mic slash camera needs to be connected. That's what I see on my side. So when you come in, you have to like probably give it permission to do that. So he trying. So I'm not gonna look. I'm not all the way coming for you, Paris. But I do want. I'm gonna just stop asking people. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna ask, and then I'm gonna figure out something else. But I don't like asking people for really anything, and then be like, no. But yeah, no, he probably ain't up yet. Up out of bed? What you mean up yet? And where you at? You probably in the bed. That's probably what's going on. Y'all sweating in here. I don't have on no makeup, so if you see me, it's not letting me do it on my phone. Oh, you might have to give it permission. I don't know. Okay. He gonna come on. Now I feel better. Look how you had me in my feelings. I told y'all I was sensitive. I don't know why y'all be thinking I be lying. You don't have to stay on long. I'm not staying on long. I'm actually sleepy. I want to take a nap, but I don't really take naps. I end up going to sleep. So if I take a nap, I'm probably not gonna get up until like 6 o'clock, and it'll be dark, and so that ain't no good. But I need to make a cake. My son want a cake with frosting on it, so I was thinking about making a regular like vanilla cake with some whipped cream frosting, because that's really all I have here. I don't even have a cake mix. I could just like do a homemade cake, but I don't feel like doing that. So I don't have no makeup on, but my face is like really looking like I got on makeup. But this is straight sweat, you guys. I'm sweating. Look, Zaif, how are you today? Is Zaif still in here? Did you go out last night? Did you hang out? No, I saw you last night. I think I saw you on here with us last night. I wonder why. I wonder where my phone at. I want to try to. Let me see if I could do it for my phone too. Let me see if I can. If it'll let me. Oh, look, y'all. I even set a timer. Hold on. Can y'all see? I even tried to set a timer so I could stay on track. But let me see if it'll let me do it from my phone as well, or if to see if it's something that I'm missing. No, I didn't. Just chill out, share some oxtails. Oh, look, so I had some oxtails too. My mom friend made some oxtails, and they were real. They're good. Oh, look, so I had some oxtails. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, let me see if I could do the But yeah, I had some oxtails this morning actually. I had mine for breakfast. So do a camera should get streamlined at. So if I pay for it, so I was thinking about. So yeah, if I pay for it, then it'll take the water logo off. That their where is it? It'll take that off. So if Paris still in here, Paris, see it did. Oh, mine went dead. It just went. So look, this is what happened when I went to it, when I went to the link. And so then it says allow access. And then you have to like allow the service. So I hit allow and I'm in the room. I should be in the room twice. Oh, then I have to enter my name again. So let's see if I can come in twice. Guys. Sorry for the noise, guys. I just wanted to see if it worked. Uh-oh, that was me adding myself to the stream. Oh, that was the background. What did it say? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get back to your comment. It said, yeah, I should have bought so much. I put some more in the pot. I should have brought so much. I'm going to put more in the pot. You brought a lot? Is that what you're saying? You brought too many oxtails. I was just telling them about my oxtails. I had some really good oxtails. Okay, let's see. Oh snap. Parris,
Yo. So I told you.
Okay, see, look, I was just telling them about my oxtails. I was pouting a little bit. Okay, let's see. Oh snap. Turn. Can you turn the volume off? Can you turn it down? You turn your can you turn your volume down?
How's that?
But can you hear me? But can you hear me though? Is it hiding it? Let me hide that. Yeah. I want to change how our name look. Look, I've been over here playing with this. Can you hear me, Parris, or not really?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
What I was saying to you, I just got up. You got me on camera looking all scruffy. And, you know, I don't want my fans seeing me all scruffy like this, you know?
You have to be transparent. Let us see you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? I hear echo. Is that me? That might be.
You got me on camera looking all scruffy. And,
you looking scruffy. You look fine to me. You have to be transparent. Let us see. Parris, are you watching me on YouTube? Is that me? Put the headphones on. You got some headphones, Parris? You got some headphones?
Oh, hold on.
I don't know if that's me or what.
Yeah.
I think it's a delay in it. It's a delay on my side or something. I can hear it. I wonder if that'll work. I had to run. Yeah, I had to run out with my neighbor's son. Oh, okay. Okay, Zaya, you made some more today. So you can hear me though? You can hear me Parris?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's like it's a lot of like noise in the back. Hold on one sec.
In the background? Okay. It's like an echo. I think it's probably coming through the laptop.
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's a lot of like noise in the back. Hold on one sec.
In the background.
Oh yeah.
So I was trying to show them earlier. I did it on my phone. I came in on my phone.
Yeah, but I'm also hearing like a delay though. Like I'll say something and then it's delayed like a couple of minutes later, then I'm hearing it again.
Okay, so you want to try here? Hold on, let me see something. I wonder if I turn my mic. And now I can add you. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. So let's see if that worked. And now I can add you. Okay. Add them to the screen. Okay. Hold on. So let's see if that works. Keep wanting to kick you off. Oh, there it goes. How is that?
I can hear you.
Oh, that's better. Okay. But it's still a delay, though. It is a delay. If you want to kick you off. Oh, there you go. See, I don't know what the delay is, though. I don't know. I can hear that in the background. I don't know how to get rid of that. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, I'm still getting a delay though.
I can hear you want to try it on your phone? You want to try it on your phone again, or not really?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Let me try on my phone.
So what I did, I went to the link. I went to the link, Parris. I'll show you. So I just went to the link. It's probably like a glare on it. And then it just asked me, hold on, where is it? So it's trying to ask me, like it just did that. And then you just have to give it permission. That's all. I don't really know what else to do, but yeah. I wanna talk to you. I want to talk to you on here. I think that'd be cool. For me, it's cool to me. Maybe we can work through those technical difficulties that we having over here today. I'ma like my video. But anyways, you guys, what y'all got going on? So you finna make some more oxtails, Zayef? Yeah, it's really nice. It's probably like 80 degrees with a breeze out. Well, it's probably less than that. It's probably like 70 something, 75 or 78-ish degrees. It's really nice. He said it wouldn't let her join that first time. I wonder why though. So yeah, I guess we just hanging out. I'm gonna change this. I want to change this over here back to. I like. Oh, wait a minute, maybe that block or that. I think it's that. And then I'm gonna change the color to. Oh, that's way too. Let's go back this way. That's too pink. So y'all, if y'all don't know my favorite color, purple. I think that'll do. So yeah, I'm just messing around with this. Oh, and you can have different. Oh, this is kind of cool. You can have different brands. Like if I had like a preset or whatever, I can have. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what's happening over here. Are you okay? Are you on your phone?
Nah, I'm on my laptop.
Huh? Oh, okay. It won't let you. It won't let you do it on your phone, huh?
I don't know why I keep hearing like.
So yeah, I muted you and then I turned it back off. I think it might be coming through your speakers. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me try to see if I can. Hold on, I was messing with something. Can you hear me now? I think it should be. You can hear me, Parris? Kick from audio, edit, ban from studio. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It's clear. It's clear on my end, but it's a delay though.
You good now though? You good?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. And it's no echo on my end or anything. Can you hear it? There's no echo on your end, right?
Nah.
Yeah, so I think it's fine now. It's just a delay. I don't know how
All
to
right,
fix
man.
that.
I hope you're happy because now you dragged me out of my bed, to get on this live. So I'm on the live now. What's up?
Yes, no, thank you. And look, I do be pouting. My friend was like, I'm spoiled, but I don't think I'm spoiled.
No, you just salty. That's all.
I don't like no. I don't like hearing no. I ain't gonna even lie. You would have probably been better off saying like something like yeah. I don't know, just not no. I don't like no at all. I don't like no. So what your plans are today?
Nothing, man. I worked last night. I came home like 12 o'clock. So I just got up. I'm just chilling. I got to go to work
I mean,
tonight.
it's 2 o'clock. You came in at 12 o'clock last night, and you just woke up 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, I would have been up.
Oh no.
Well, because you work from 11 to 11, so I guess not. That is a long time.
I mean, you also have
So you
kids
like
and
it
stuff.
though
You got
so
to get up
far?
and make. You got to get up and make breakfast for your son and whatever. I have nobody, so I get up whenever.
You feel like it? You need a dog.
Oh no, I don't need no dog. Not right now. I live in
You
an
need a
apartment,
dog.
and like
Okay,
they're
get a
not.
turtle then.
I got I got fish. I got an aquarium.
Oh, okay. I've been thinking about getting some fish, but I really don't like cleaning out the turtle tank. So I don't know if I'm gonna get any fish. I'm finna put the turtle outside though in a kiddie pool.
Yeah, I heard you saying that yesterday on one of your videos. When he was live with that other girl. I heard you yesterday
Oh,
talking about putting
about
a
the
turtle in the
turtle.
backyard. Yeah.
Yeah, he got to go because I have to keep cleaning out the tank. It gets dirty really fast, and so I'm just gonna put him in the kiddie pool. But so look, so do you want to do? So am I? Do you want me to ask you some interview questions?
Shoot.
Okay, so what kind of shoes you wear in the OR?
Um, like so, I tried a few. Right. I had
Mm-hmm.
those clogs before. That didn't really work for me. I actually wear sneakers.
Okay,
I wear Nikes, Air Maxes.
specific kind of Nike Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Did you put an insert in it?
Nah. I just
No,
wear
you
really
just
good.
wear regular.
Yeah, just regular Air Maxes. Like it has to be really comfortable. And I'm a big dude, so I need some real comfortable shoes. And Air Maxes
How
work for
tall are
me.
you?
6'3".
So you 6'3", you probably pushing what, almost what, 270?
No, I'm like 350, man. You kidding me?
Oh shit, I was gonna say 300, but look, I didn't wanna guess 300 and then be wrong, so I gave you like the 270. So
Nah,
you in the
nah.
OR at
I'm a
six
I'm a
three,
I'm a
two
big dude, man.
350.
They laugh
Yeah.
at me all the time in the OR. They say I should be doing bouncing security.
No, you don't need to be doing that.
No, no, they just be
Unless you're gonna
playing
only.
around though.
But
They joke
so what
around.
your gown though? What size gown are you in? A three, like the extra long, extra large?
3X long.
It's the extra long ones, right?
Yup.
Yeah, I used to work with this. I don't work with a couple of docs that's like 6'3", 6'4", and the long. Like every now and then, I mistakenly would put their gown on, and I would just be like swimming in this gown because it's so long on me. Like it would literally be on the floor. But yeah, no, I didn't know you were so tall. I really had no idea. So,
Yeah, I'm a big
do
dude,
you
man.
think surgical tech is worth it? Do you think it's a good career to go into?
Yeah, I do. So far, like before, I used to be a PCA, right? Like a patient
What's
care
a
tech.
patient care tech?
Yeah. And here in New York, I used to make like around $24, and which was okay. Now, I'm making the 30s as a surgical
Right,
tech, with no experience. So it's
right.
definitely a good look. And I only took 1 year of school, so
And you got an associate's with your
Nah,
surgical tech.
I just have a certificate.
So do you think having an associate's degree is gonna make a difference on you getting a job versus you not getting a surgical tech job?
No, no.
It doesn't. So
If
do you
you
think it makes a difference in the pay?
no, you get the same pay. Same pay. It's just all about being certified. That's it.
So, okay, so if you could tell a person that are looking into going to school and they choosing between an associate's degree that might take them 18 to 24 months versus a certificate program that'll take them about 12 months, you would say, which one would you say for them to choose?
I would say it depends. It depends on the person and then your goals, right? Because if you want to go back, let's say if you want to go back to school for nursing, it'll be in your benefit to go get that associates. You know what I mean? So you can
Because
just
then you can just build on it. Um,
correct.
so, but do you think it would be like for me, how I'm thinking right now is you don't know that you want to be a nurse, right? And you might not even like surgical tech either. So I was thinking that I would tell people to do a shorter route to get in so you can at least experience it before you jump into maybe the commitment of a 2-year, degree. Or well, with nurses, you can do an associate's with nursing and still do your thing, but most of them, want a BSN. So I was thinking, like, if you want to be a nurse, and just go straight to nursing school. And if you want to try surgical tech, then go try a certification, and then go ahead and do the career for a year or two, and then decide
Well,
to go back to
you,
school.
you you definitely don't need it to become a surgical tech, and it makes no difference, right? But
Right,
like for
right.
me, I want to go back and get an associate's just because I want one of those. You know what I mean?
But
It's just
not so
up to the
much for the
person.
surgical tech career, though.
No, yeah, it's just for my own personal, just for me to have it on the wall to say, I accomplished like having an associate's. That's it.
Right. Okay. So, and how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
So I'm old. I'm 38 years old.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, you're older than me, so I can respect my elders. You got me by a year though. You just got me by a year. It's not even that long. So, and you went back to surgical tech school when you were what, 35, 36,
37. Yeah.
37? Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you just decided to do it because you was just a PCT and you were exposed to the career, or you just heard people talking about it?
So actually, like I told you, I used to be a PCT, and I used to work in the psych department. So like I said, I'm a big dude, so I was in psych. And one day I fell asleep. I got fired, so I decided to go
At
back to school.
work?
Yeah, oh yeah, I fell asleep.
How
Cause
you
yo,
fell
look,
asleep at work?
I used to work a lot of shifts. I used to work like 3 to 11, 11 to 7, so 5 days a week. So
And you was tired.
I was tired. I fell asleep and they caught me, and I got fired. And I didn't want to go back to the same old grind, like working so many hours just to be able to, pay my bills. So I wanted to go back and I wanted something quick, and like surgical tech like was 1 year, and you could still make decent money. So I took that route.
Right. Yeah, so so yeah, you can't get caught falling asleep. And you're not gonna fall asleep as an OR tech though, because you really can't. Like it's
Well, yeah, you on your feet unless you're gonna fall asleep, standing up.
standing
You
up.
know,
Yes, there's some people that can sleep standing up. I can't do that.
and then also you have to be engaged anyway, though. Back and forth with the surgeons, you can't sleep.
Right, you have to think. So if there was something that you could tell surgical tech or people that are thinking about becoming surgical techs, not actual students or other surgical techs, but people that are thinking about becoming surgical techs, what would you tell them? Like any type of advice for people that's considering it.
I would say do it, man. If you're in a situation in your life where you need to make some quick money, and like you keep telling me, after a couple of years of experience, you can make over $100,000 a year. I would say just do it, man, and you can accomplish some goals. Like you'll be able to save some money real quick. Going traveling and just do it, man. It's a good field to make some quick,
Shit,
easy
it's a
money.
visitor here. Hold on. Hang on, I'm coming. Okay. to get that lizard out of here. He freaked me out. I saw something jumping around and he kind of scared me. Okay, so what was I asking you? Oh, they saying it's a delay, but that's fine. Um, what else could I ask you? So they should go ahead and just try it. What type of advice would you give students though?
It depends. Like as far as for students, I would say when you're doing your clinicals, um, just make sure and be on your P's and Q's, man, and get to know who's who, network, because like I was saying in one of my videos, is that your first job may come from wherever you do your clinicals. You want to make sure you show up.
Right. Okay. So what type of, let me see what how to say this. So what should certain new surgical techs avoid doing? Like you got your job, right? So what should they not be doing?
Well, I would say the same thing that you told me before. Avoid staying in the same core. Like just don't do one thing. Even if you have a slow day. Now I go up to my front desk and I ask, can you put me somewhere else? Let me go into general. Let me go into cysto. Let me go into vascular. So I don't just end up in neuro all day.
All the time, right? And then that's all you know is that one particular
Correct.
service. So yeah, somebody gave you some real good advice because that was something that I got stuck with. Like I got stuck in GYN, for well, you don't know, but for women, we will get stuck in GYN most of the time because either the administration might not be comfortable with putting guys in there, or maybe the guys aren't comfortable with being in GYN. How it's played out both ways from what I've seen. And I did a lot of GYN and I was kind of over it. And so it took me to actually have to like fight with the team, the people who was coordinating the surgeries to get into different cases and things like that. And so I will say once I did like go and ask, they did it, but it took a while. Like I had to be more persistent with it. It was easier for them to just put somebody that's familiar with the doc in the room. And then, me being a newer tech or new to that facility, I didn't get exposure to those cases or to that doctor and that type of stuff. And so I would go and just ask them. It do be days like what you said that you might end up having an easy day in your service and they might even let you go home. But if you knew, I probably wouldn't go home at the beginning. I probably would just do like what you do, just stay there and keep getting training.
I feel the same way because I'm a neurotech, and neuro is like a heavy core. Not a lot of people in my hospital likes to work neuro, so they stick me there every time I come in. I'm in a neuro case, right? And it's long, so nobody likes it. But
Right,
if I just remain in neuro, all I'm gonna know is neuro. So like,
right,
if I have downtime, I go to the front desk and I ask, like, I want to learn robots right now. So I already
right.
spoke to them about going into the case, just to learn how to drape, even if it's just to watch, I want to go see.
Yeah, because you still learn just by watching, and you'll have at least idea of the process, I should say, just by being in the room. And you can add, the text. And what I will say is, even if you're not scrubbed in, and the doc notice you in there and notice that you are, engaged trying, they might be a little more comfortable with you coming into the case later, another case or at another time, because they see that you are like actually taking the initiative to come in when you don't have to, like come and learn something that you don't really have to. And what I'm gonna tell you is that people are lazy, honestly. Like in general, we kind of like we're gonna do as much as we have, or how to say it, we're only gonna do as much as we need to do, some of us, right?
The bare
So
minimum.
don't be that person, because the default is gonna be most of the people that's at your job, they're gonna be just trying to do the easy thing. You're gonna go the easy route. And for a little while, you might have to go a little bit beyond what you want to. But after about 2 years, if you have went through all of the services at that facility, it'll probably be time for you to leave. Like it won't be too much more that you gonna need from them as far as experience goes.
So my goal is to, learn as much as possible, and then, like after a couple of years, then I can go off and travel.
Yeah,
Like
you should definitely go travel.
I want to move out of New York. It's just too expensive out here, you know. So um, I want to travel a little bit and maybe like move down to Florida. I was saying that to you before, so we'll see how that goes.
We ain't making no money down here though. You're gonna have to come with another hustle because it ain't really. I mean, when I look at the pay, you can still make. I'll say on average right now, I'll see about 15 to probably like 1,800 a week travel. That's during this season right now because it's cold everywhere else. So people are down here and you can make, it's not what you would make like how I was going to Cali and like leaving Florida. It's way more money outside of Florida, and it kind of sucked. But if you had like having other hustles down here, it's definitely gonna benefit you more. It's gonna
Oh,
benefit you
well, that's what it's all about. That's why I want to move to Florida. Like I told you, I got a few plans, few game plans. You know what I mean? So that requires me to have like warm, weather. You know, I just can't do it
Yeah,
in New York. So I'm gonna travel for a little bit first, get my money up, and then use that money to, finance my hustle. So I got a
yeah.
plan. We'll see how it works.
No,
But I'm
it'll work.
definitely coming to
That
Florida
plan
though.
will work.
I'm definitely coming down to Florida, man. I'm gonna be like you. I'm gonna get a few chickens. Get me some eggs. You already
Yeah.
know.
Yes, the chicken. Look, everybody think it's so funny that I have chickens. Like they just think it's the weirdest thing for me to have chickens. But the chickens are so easy. Like they don't really require a whole lot as far as care go. But yeah, the chickens are cool. I got something else going on with them this year that I'm gonna try to see if I
Well,
can create
bro,
a product.
let me tell you, right? So I'm from Trinidad. I'm not even from the states.
Oh, so
So
you're not
I'm
really
used.
look, you
Yeah, I'm used to all of that stuff. I already know.
yeah, no, we not like I'm not I'm not really country like people think I'm country. Like I didn't grow up like on a farm or anything like that, but we did grow up in a more rural area. I'm from Jacksonville, but my mom and her family is about an hour. They're from like an hour south of Jacksonville, so it puts us in like a rural type of area here. But we didn't have chickens and stuff like that. Now they would be like in the street, but they weren't our chickens and stuff like that. And so when I started doing this, my mom and everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. But what I was trying to do is come up with a more sustainable lifestyle. And that's really what kind
Yeah,
of
it's
triggered
called
it.
it's called homesteading. I heard you talking about it. I know all
Yeah.
about that stuff. I watch a lot of homesteading videos right now.
Yeah, no, I'm
Oh
all
yeah.
look, homesteading is a lot. That's it used to be our standard, right, of life. Like that's what people knew to do. And then there was that era where people tried to get away from it. And so it's a group of us, like a generation of us that missed out on that education as far as it being passed down from our family. So now we got to go to YouTube and other people, to get the information that we could have got from our grandparents and great grandparents and things like that. But yeah, the chickens. So did you were you born in Trinidad?
Yeah, I came to the States when I was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
So have you been back to Trinidad?
Yeah,
Do
all my family still lives in Trinidad. Yeah, I would move back to Trinidad. It's just that I'm so used to like a different lifestyle now. So that's why I said I'll move to Florida. It's still warm. It's still Caribbean like, but it's still like American feel.
Right, yeah. No, it's definitely island vibes here. I remember when I went to Cali, that's what I miss. Cali didn't have the same, like I enjoyed my time in Cali and there's nothing wrong with the California lifestyle or anything like that. But coming from Florida where we have everybody here, I miss that, right? In Cali, you're gonna have a lot of Mexican, Filipino, white, and it's gonna be some black people, not necessarily, black American. They could be anything, just black people in general, and California. So I miss that, like, just doing stuff like going to the Caribbean restaurants or just having like festivals and stuff. We have all that stuff here. Not to say that they don't have it there in California. It just was a completely different. It was just completely different. The vibe was completely different. And so I missed being home. I miss the humidity, believe it or not. Like people hate the humidity. I love humidity. It just
Yeah, yeah, me too, man. I love the sun when
yeah, the
it's
sun.
like
Yeah. I even got a tan. Like my mom was looking to have a little tan. She was like, "You been sunbathing?" I was like, "Yeah, girl, I've been soaking up all of that sun. I love
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
love it." But yeah, you should definitely come down here. But like I said, you're gonna have to have another. You can still do surgical tech, but it's just gonna be less pay. Like it's just gonna be
So
less
so
pay.
my plan is pretty much to do like surgical tech, but maybe like part time, and then I'm gonna get me
It,
a few dogs, and then I'm gonna start doing some dog breeding, and that's what I'm gonna go into. If
yeah,
you
we're
look at
gonna have to talk about the dog breeding.
if you look at my logo on my channel, you see that dog, but that's definitely the type of dogs that I'm gonna try to breed. And right now in New York, I breed like I got fish. I do angel fish, guppies, and I sell to pet stores and stuff like that. But I want to do all of that stuff on a big scale. So
Yeah,
once I
I
get
watched
into
this guy on here. His name is JT Hustles. Have you seen him on YouTube yet?
yeah, I watch JT Hustles.
So he got the fish tank and everything, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been watching him
Mhm.
before. Like I started watching his carrier videos a long, long time ago, and so I just watched them. Look, you got me paranoid. Who in there? You with somebody?
Wait, my house? No, I'm here by
Yeah.
myself. I'm by
Oh,
myself.
I just see you keep looking. I'm like, shoot, is somebody in my house? Like you got me looking in here too.
Nah. I actually got a fish tank right next to what are we
Where
talking? So I'm
you
just
are?
looking at the tank while I was talking to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, the fish are cool though. To breed them, I hadn't even considered until watching JT Hustle's video. And he was talking about breeding fish, and I was just, but around the time, I think I had looked into what is it when you do the garden hydroponics and aquaponics.
Aquaponics.
Yeah,
You
I
put
was looking at
plants and fish, and they kind of just feed off of each other. Yeah.
Right. I was looking into doing that because I had really started getting more into like that's when I started gardening more consciously, like paying more attention to it. But yeah, no, breed. I think that's kind of cool actually, like to breed fish and then to be able to sell them to the pet stores.
So
That might be something.
I've been doing that shit since I was like 9 years old. I love animals, you know what I mean? Yeah, growing up in Trinity, we had them all. So when I came over here, I live in an apartment, so I'm like limited in space, you know.
Right.
And then I had got married, and then my wife, she wasn't with all like having 20 tanks in the
Animals.
apartment, you know what I mean? So I had to downsize a little bit. But once I move and I get a house and like some land or whatever, I'm gonna go all the way in.
Yeah, you
Because
want
that's
to
just what
have
I love to do.
you're gonna have like cattle and stuff, or you just want to keep it like
Nah, so I want to have dogs. I'm definitely going to do the fish thing. I'm going to do some rabbits for food, and then like some chickens. Just to have. I love eggs. I eat 4 eggs every morning, so you
oh
know what I
look,
mean.
oh yeah,
I
look, I
definitely
be
need some
outside picking
chickens.
up eggs all the time. You really only need two. Well, if it's just for you, probably two chickens will be good. If you're gonna do larger, obviously get more. I wouldn't even worry about like a rooster. Like people get roosters and stuff. I wouldn't get a rooster unless you want to do the baby chicks and stuff like that. I would just get straight hens. But I was watching this guy actually earlier today. He does chicken farming, and he does it. He has a breed of chickens that are strictly for meat, and he has a breed of chickens that are strictly for egg laying. My chickens are both. They do both. So the difference is it takes longer, obviously, for you to get an
You
egg
you
out of a
gotta
chicken.
you gotta follow this guy from the Philippines. His channel is Dexter's World.
Dexter's World,
Oh yeah, he
and he
um
does what?
He breeds fish, he breeds chickens, he breeds turkeys, he breeds goats, he has cattle, and he makes a lot of money in the Philippines just by doing what he loves.
You said
A lot of
Dexter's
people
World,
may think
right?
that's not a career and that's no money in there, but it's a lot of people making thousands of dollars off of that type of stuff.
So look, I just pulled up his video, his channel. Wait a minute. This video right here from 5 days ago. This is what I was telling you. Well, what I was kind of gonna mention. My plan for 2021 or at some point is to start doing fertilizer. Like instead of like doing gardening specifically, to just do because my rabbits
So
and my
you
chickens give me so much poop.
but
Like I
like a rabbit like poop is the best fertilizers for plants, right? You
I
can
know
sell
that.
that stuff. Google it. It's the best for.
I know.
Oh
So
yeah.
what I did though, instead of me separating it, so I do know about the rabbit poop, and the pee, but I put it all together in my compost pile, and then I put the chicken manure in it too. But what ended up happening, I put all my food scraps and stuff in there too, not the cooked food, but like the raw stuff. And now I have like a whole bunch of earthworms that are like in my compost pile. So I don't know if you know about worm castings, but they're also like really good for your garden, and they cost a whole
Okay.
lot at the store. So right now, basically my compost pile just turned into a huge like fertilizing system. And so I was trying to figure out like, well, what do we do? And I was just like, well, we're just gonna sell fertilizer. Like we're just gonna compost it down and start selling fertilizer. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna watch this, especially with these rabbits. I was gonna do rabbits too, like get more
So
rabbits.
check that out. You see that?
Oh yeah, no, I like those.
I got like
And
a
that's
whole
just
little.
oh look at you.
Yeah, man. That's my little. That's my setup, man. You know.
Have a whole little hustle, like you already hustling.
Oh yeah. But it's limited. It's limited to because I don't got the space. So
Right.
once I get to Florida and I own my little home and I can expand a little bit, I'm gonna go all the way out. Like I love doing surgical tech, but my dream is to breed animals. I just love doing that. That's just me.
Yeah, no. And I tell people that too, like you can enjoy the career because it's interesting. I'm not gonna even lie, but once I got a taste of entrepreneurship, like it didn't matter how good of a day I had in the OR. It's never compared to what it was like to make money outside of the OR on my own time, enjoying the stuff that I like to do. So it's not that being a surgical tech is anything bad or nothing like that. But if you can wake up in the morning and go outside and enjoy a cup of coffee and the breeze, feed your animals, and making money while you're doing it, like who wouldn't want that lifestyle?
So that's kind of why I was drawn to your channel, right? So before I became a tech, I used to watch you about the traveling stuff. But then when I start watching you live and you start talking about more than techs, just being a tech, you start talking about owning your own business and then enjoying your
Life.
own time. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's what I want to do. Even the
yeah.
video you had like yesterday, and the girl was talking about, she has a home with her little 3 acres and she could chill. I'm like, yo, these people are really living the life that I want to live right now, and it's possible.
And you can do it the way that this is how we did it. It's not a secret. Like we're not keeping, from my perspective, I'm not keeping a secret because it wasn't, nobody kept it from me. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, okay. I honestly fell into surgical tech. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't heard me say it. I was in the military and they offered it to me. And it was because it was a shortage. And then not only did they offer me the school, they paid me the school. Like they paid me a bonus to go to surgical tech school.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. And so and it was actually a blessing, but I knew when I went to the military that I wasn't going to stay in for 20 years. So everything that I did, it was to prepare me to get out, right? And so that's what surgical tech was, me out of the military. I was just like, okay, well, I'm just going to use this as my stream of income, right? And so that's what
So
I did.
right now, right, I have a job at a hospital in New York, like it's a pretty top hospital over here, and they pay pretty good. Like, so I'll just tell you what I make. I don't care. Starting
Right,
off, I'm making $34 an hour with no experience over here, right? And a
right,
lot of hospitals here is not gonna pay you that.
right.
But when I tell my family, listen, in a couple of years I'm gonna leave that job, they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, do what? For what?
Yeah,
But
they don't understand.
yeah. They don't get it. You know what I mean? But a lot of times you have to like kind of show them, and then they get on the bandwagon. You know what I mean?
That's my mom. That's how my mom is. My mom is like that. My mom, and I love my mom to death, but they come from a different era in life, and we have a different type of opportunity in front of us right now, especially with the internet and social media and being able to build businesses and communicate with people all over the world at the drop of a dime. So we have a different experience. So the way that we're thinking is gonna be a little more like, different to them because they don't know. But I remember earlier this year telling my mom that I'm not going back to work. And she just looked at me like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, oh, I got money. I got enough to sit home at least for a year and a half. Even if I don't bring in any more money,
Mm.
I got enough to just sit home for a year and a half. Now the thing is, I had already knew that I was gonna be making money on the internet and things like that. So it wasn't completely like like I wasn't just out here doing something on a whim, like I had an idea in my head of what to do and how the money was going to be
So
coming in on a more consistent basis.
let me tell you, right? So my goal is just not to make a lot of money, man. I want to make a lot of money doing something that I love every day. You
That
know
you
what I
like to
mean?
do, right?
My time is what I want. Like I want to. If I don't want to come out and wake up, 8 o'clock to go to work, I don't want to do that. I do things on my own time,
When you
and
want to,
still,
right?
be able to take care of myself.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
that's
why,
what I'm
I'm just gonna
about.
use
That's
surgical
right.
tech to fuel my goals, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm going all the
I
way
told
in.
time that I was like, you guys are my investors. That's the only reason. Like you, instead of me going out and getting a loan to do a business, I just went to work.
So I also saw a video where you was talking about like, if you like, map your shit out correctly, that you can make, off of traveling pretty close to $20,000 within that time. I kind of look at that. If you, like sacrifice a few years of doing that, you can save up some money where you can buy that land cash, bro.
You can buy cat. So if you listen to me, that's why I'll tell people to stay away from debt too, because I had to first get out of debt before I could start making certain moves, right? So that kind of put in there too, not even the debt part, but the financial education and changing how I saw money. Like changing my relationship with money. And so I had to go through all of that before I could even get to where I'm at right now, if that makes any sense. Like,
Well, I ain't gonna front, man. I'm still learning not to buy. You know what I mean? All
yeah,
these.
it's a
So
learning
like
process.
I'm into the Jordans and all of these sneakers. I got a whole bunch of shit that I don't even use now because I'm always at work. So it
Self,
makes no sense.
look, especially you're a big dude, so you gotta. Do you wear what, like a 13 shoe?
Yeah. 13s.
Put him on eBay.
13s. No, I ain't putting them on eBay. I'm keeping those. You know what I mean? I ain't putting them on eBay. But
Okay,
I ain't buying no more though. Not now. My
okay. That's
plan is, when the business money starts coming in and I'm making profits, we're gonna use that money to buy, the things that we need,
a little
like
bit of that.
that. Oh
A
yeah.
little bit of it, not all of it, right?
Yeah, just a little bit, but we still gotta live too, because then
Yeah,
what's
you
the
gotta
point?
have fun. You definitely have to have fun. A little bit, because what I've been learning too is that even in business, if I get too focused on the business and I'm not enjoying my regular life, it's not fun. Like, it's just, you have to have balance. It really does. It really is a balance. So sometimes I'll be in here on a Tuesday morning. I'll drink. It'll be like 11 o'clock. I'll start drinking wine. Like, I'll be just having a good old party by myself in here. But I had to learn how to give myself permission to do that, because for a little while I wasn't allowing myself that type of freedom. I'm like, okay, it's a Tuesday. I should be, hardcore into, creating ads or whatever I need to be doing that day. And so I had to start giving myself permission to actually enjoy the life that I have, because I know that it's people that wish that they could do some of the stuff that I'm doing. So I just have to remind myself that it's okay to have fun and to let your hair down every now and then.
Bro, I feel like it's a balance though. You have to just have a correct balance. You know what I mean? At the
You
end of the
really
day,
do.
fun and then know how to save and then know how to work. All that in correct balance.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. That's for sure, like for real. But I didn't have balance when I was first in the OR.
It's
Like,
it's it's hard, bro. It's hard.
it is, it is.
Especially now, every time you turn your phone on, if you look at something before, they'll keep putting that on your social media. They show you. You want to buy, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's why, like, now, like how you say, if you like something or watch the wrong thing, then they're gonna keep showing it to you. So it even make you more conscious of what you watch, because now you like, oh, I don't want to keep seeing this on my timeline, or I don't want this ad following me around. But that's part of the technology. Like, some of the stuff I've been learning is also that it's called retargeting. Is what those ads are when they follow you around. Like, if you click on something on one, it
It's
follows
horrible. I feel like they listen to your conversations too.
Oh,
You
honey,
know,
like, look, they do. You ain't know you feel like they know everything and anything that's happening.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a I'm working with that software right now though. It's so funny because you hear people complaining about those ads, and I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm about to do the same thing to you guys. So I'm like, you know, like sorry, not sorry. It's business. It's business.
You coming for that bag, huh?
I'm trying to like. I mean, if I don't go get it, somebody else is, right?
Oh yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
no,
man, that's pretty much the goal, man. So right now I'm just trying to work. I'm trying to learn as much as possible. So when I go traveling, it'll be a good thing. It'll be smooth. And
yeah, I would definitely make a plan though. Like honestly, that was one thing that I wish I would have did sooner was to make a career plan. Like not so much a business plan, but like, okay, I'm in this field. How long can I honestly stay in this field and feel, excuse me, like I can live my life? Because I will always want to, I like to be creative. So sometimes you can't be creative, in the OR. Like it kind of suppresses you sometimes. So I was trying to make sure that I could just have the best life I wanted to have, pretty much is what it boils down to. Like, I don't want to have to get up, like what you say, I don't want to have to get up in the morning if I don't want to. Now, you get used to getting up, like I'm used to getting up early. So I'll get up, but I don't have to go nowhere and I don't have to go and, do anything. And so
well,
I think
I don't mind working. I just want to work on my own
that
time,
you
and,
gotta
and then doing what I love. So I'm gonna still be doing surgical tech, or maybe I may go back and do nursing. Who knows, right? But it's just gonna be like a part-time thing for maybe benefits and shit like that. But my
you'll be
main thing is
benefit.
working for myself.
You can do the benefit thing because that was something that I had to look into myself. Now I do get VA benefits, but my son isn't covered under VA benefits. So I still had to get, stuff for him as well. And it's not as expensive as people think it is. Like you
Yo,
can
let me ask you this, right? You guys have 11.99 in Florida?
11.99.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know what that
know,
is.
it's like a big like union, 11.99 union for like people that works in hospitals.
Here.
Okay, okay.
Like that's not really a thing down here. Which is funny because when I was doing strikes, I would always tell people that like you on strike because it's a union went on strike, right? Like the union,
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah, yeah.
the facility or whatever. And so then the workers go on strike. That don't happen down here. Ain't none of that.
Okay.
So if you don't get the pay you want, and I think too, that's a lot of times why the pay is low here because there aren't unions in place to help the workers fight for, a higher raise or an increase in pay. But it's not a thing. If it is a union here, it's not for a surgical test. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and it's probably phasing out. Like it's not. I haven't met anybody that worked at the hospital that, besides the nurse.
Well, like I said, man, I'm just coming down there to do surgical tech part time. My most things is to be working for myself, so I don't really care anyway. I'm just asking.
If you have if you have I would do
Because
honestly a 5-year plan.
because you can transfer over your pension from 11.99 hospitals. Like, say if I go to a different hospital, I would just keep going. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's why I asked. But
No, it's
it
not
makes no
that
difference to me, man.
either.
I think the goal is to be working for yourself, and I have a plan where I feel like it'll definitely work with surgical tech, like using that travel money if it's still going on to make my own thing happen.
It's definitely gonna continue going on, especially now because you got to think. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people probably did what I did and just decided to not really engage with the hospital. So I think it's gonna be surgical or traveling surgical is gonna always be around. I don't see that going away no time soon because you also have to think like we fill in the shortages around the country. So it's gonna always be a city or a state that don't have enough surgical care. Like same with nurses, it's gonna always be nurses that find a job because there's never enough nurses. And right now we have the baby boomers, right? They're older now. So they'll be in surgeries and, you know, hospitalizations, things like that. So I don't see surgical tech, traveling surgical tech going away no time soon. And you will definitely make enough money to do whatever you want to do. And if you want to go back to nursing school, then you can go to nursing school, but you won't just be a regular nurse. Now you're gonna probably be an OR nurse, and that's
But
gonna,
you
you know,
know what? The thing that I was thinking about is that going to make sense though if you can still make the money without having to go back and get a whole new loan.
right. Yeah, I'm not doing it. It's each his own.
The
It
reason
just
why
doesn't make
I would probably do nursing in the OR is that I feel like it's, not to sound, crazy or nothing, but it's like less work. You know, I feel like
it's
us surgical techs, we do the physical part of the thing, and they kind of do the paperwork and
stuff that's
yeah.
in the running. Like
Well,
in my
yeah,
room,
that's work. I'm not
yeah,
coming for their profession or nothing like that, but they just do a little bit less than surgical techs. I think so.
but I know some nurses like in Cali, the nurses out there scrub.
Oh no, in my hospital, that's a requirement. They have to know how to scrub and be a circulator. Because
Oh, really?
sometimes,
That's not down here.
oh yeah, yeah, sometimes they'll be short and they'll have to come and give somebody a break. It'll be a nurse.
Yeah,
So
that's
they have to
that's
know both.
too. That's big in Cali. I didn't know it was big like that in New York. Down here, you might get a nurse, and that's all she know how to. Like, she might not know how to scrub. Like, literally, not even put on a gown and glove, and you just sitting
Nah,
there like,
nah, nah, nah. In my hospital, nurses know how to scrub and they know how to circulate. In fact, when they come out like into the hospital, their orientation is something like 9 months. So they,
yeah.
they, they show them how to scrub and then they show, the nursing stuff.
No, that's cool though. So if I was a nurse, I would want to do that. I wouldn't want to just be a circulator. I wouldn't, because most of them don't go to surgical tech school. So if they're at a hospital that's going to teach them how to be like how to scrub, then I would take advantage of that. That was something, like I said, they did a lot in Cali. I just didn't see it here. Like nurses here not scrubbing, like
I
unless
just,
they were already surgical tech.
if somebody's gonna pay for me to go back to nursing school for free, I'm with it. But if not, if it's coming out of my pocket, I
Well,
can't,
they
I
might
can't
pay
do it.
for it, but you might have to give time back to the hospital.
Okay. So like
So
my hospital now, like after a year, they'll pay for your schooling. You don't have to give them time back. They'll pay for it, but you have to be with them for a year. And I just started, so I'm like 7 months in. You know.
and right. So
So,
it's a year before you can apply for the program. Is that what you're saying?
but well, no. So what I'm saying is the hospital is going to pay you, like pay your schooling, but you have to be with the hospital for 1 year before they pay for you.
Before? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that was something I saw at I think like it's a hospital here called UF Chance, which is like it's our trauma one hospital here. So I worked there, but not in their OR. I worked in the labor and delivery, and they as a traveler, and they from what I seen through their orientation, because I still had to go through their regular orientation. It seemed like that's something that they offered to their staff, but I feel like they asked me to turn back.
So what do you know about Tampa General? Because that's something that I'm looking at. I be looking at them on Indeed all the time.
I don't know nothing about Tampa, but it's like South. I have no, and it's a lot of retirees down there, so you got that going on, and it's warmer. So,
Oh yeah.
but as far
Nah,
as their, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna make a little bit more money, but
girl,
that's
I need
about
I
it.
need I need the warmth. I need coconut trees. I need mango trees. I need a I
You're
don't
gonna
know
have to
what
go
you guys
down
call it over
because
here. It's like a hummock
you're gonna have to go down south
for what? For the coconut trees?
and the mango trees.
Nah, they grow in Florida. I see it on YouTube all the time. I watch
No,
so much YouTube. People grow them.
yeah, like south though. Like I'm still in North Florida, right? So it still get like really cold here. So I have a mango tree, and it hasn't produced mangoes yet, but it might. It does get hit with
So what's considered
frost.
South Florida? Like what?
Tampa, Miami, Fort Lauderdale,
Okay, okay, okay.
Pittsburgh.
So I
And then
have
you have like Central Florida, like Orlando, Daytona.
I
And then
have
I'm
one of my friends who, he was born and raised in New York, and he moved to Tampa. He said he ain't never moving back to New York. He loves it. You
yeah,
know,
I'm pretty
oh yeah, oh,
and
oh yeah.
because it's cold. I mean, I don't know. I just get miserable in the cold. I'm not gonna even lie. Like I get depressed. It just doesn't sit well with me. Like for some reason I don't do well in the
It's
cold.
not a
So
lot of it's not a lot of sun too though, right? Like once the wintertime
right.
comes in over here, it's dark. By the time 5 o'clock, it's pitch black.
And it's
And for some reason, sun makes me feel better, man. I feel more alive when the sun comes out. You know?
no, yeah, but for one, it's part of us as melanated people. It's part of our makeup. Like so it's like photosynthesis with a plant, right? So the plant, in order for it to turn green and to actually grow, it has to absorb the sun rays, and then it turns green and it grows. So we're the same way. And so you'll see a lot of people, especially like black people that work inside, are vitamin D deficient because we're not in the sun.
Oh yeah, I have that problem all the time. I have to take like pills and stuff for the vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
Not
I
enough
did the same
sun.
thing. I used to be vitamin D deficient as well, and I knew it for years. But then, and you'll hear me talk about it with my hair. My hair started breaking off, and I can't figure out why, because I wasn't putting any chemicals in it. And I'm a whole cosmetologist, and I specialize in natural hair, so I'm trying
So
to figure out like
maybe that's my problem.
it could be. But I'm telling you, I was in here like confused on what was happening, and I started researching. It was something I don't know how I even realized that the thinning of the hair was something that I was reading on hair, and it was like one of the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency was hair thinning or hair breakage or something like that. And so I started taking the pills that I had already been prescribed because when you get from the VA, when you get your physical, if you're deficient in something, they'll send you the medicine in the mail. So I had already had the pills here and everything. I just wasn't taking them. And so I started taking them, but then I started staying outside even longer. And I was just like, okay, we just gonna do this. And so now I'm not vitamin D deficient. I don't have the hair breakage and stuff or anything like that anymore.
Okay.
And it makes me feel better.
You gotta show me your garden though one time. I want to see what
You
you
want
got
to
going
see
on
it?
over
I
there,
don't know.
man.
Hold on. I'll try to see it. I'll try to take us out there. My Wi-Fi sucks here. Comcast sucks. Let's see if we can get out here. It's a nice day. I ain't gonna even lie. I can't even lie to you. Come on,
Yeah,
right here.
man. I gotta make it out there, man. Soon though, soon.
So let's see. Can you see?
Yeah,
I can,
yeah. I'm seeing.
can you see it? So
Yeah, I'm seeing.
those are collard greens. Hold on, let's see. These are pineapples behind me. Maybe
Okay.
I'll get out the way. Can you see that?
I see the pile though, the compost.
Those are pineapples. So right here, that's mint.
Okay.
And then over here are blueberries and blackberries. So this is what happens to the banana plants if we don't cover them.
Oh wow.
And then here's these are different cabbages. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see.
What else is out here? I'm out here with no shoes on. Let's see what's over here. Oh, this is a really pretty cabbage. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
And so this is what happens to my bananas because it got cold. So it killed them. That's
Oh
a
wow.
banana. That's frostbitten. I
How come
wanted
how come you how come you didn't do your garden in the back though? Like versus
because
in your
at the time I had dogs and everything was back there and they was tearing up stuff.
okay.
But also I have a south facing front yard, so this is where I get most of the sun at.
Oh, I see.
Hold on, wait a minute. I should have put some shoes on. We be having sticky birds. Okay. Let's go over here to this other one. It's kale over here. Here's my kale. So these are my kale plants. Can you see those?
Yeah, I can see them.
And then this is rosemary. What else we got over here? Oh, here goes some broccoli. I got broccoli somewhere else too. So
I hate broccoli.
You hate broccoli?
Oh yeah. Yo, I be
Oh
telling
God.
myself all the time. I buy them and I be like, yo, I'm gonna start eating healthy, and then I throw those things out all the time in the fridge. They go bad. I never eat
Oh my
those.
God, broccoli is so good for you. It's really, I love broccoli. Me and my son both eat a lot of broccoli.
I like spinach though.
You like spinach? So I don't have any spinach yet. I do have some more lettuce. I did a little experiment. So here's
What
the
about
experiment
the
lettuce.
watermelon?
It's no watermelons right now. They coming though.
I love that. I put that bad boy in the fridge. I can eat a whole watermelon by myself.
Watermelons are good. And I have it's gonna be watermelons. That's definitely gonna happen. Because what
But
I do,
you got to put them in the fridge though. They got to go in the fridge.
no, I leave them on the vine until I'm ready to eat them.
No, but you don't put them in the fridge to chill them up before when you cut them up.
No.
Try that out. Try it out, and let me know.
If I have some that's left over, like if I cut it and then I don't eat it all at one time, then I'll do that. But
Okay.
typically, I'll eat it all because I'm greedy like that. I am. So right now, what am I looking at over here? So here goes some aloe, and this is my compost that I was telling you about earlier. That's chicken manure right there, though. And then those are Brussels sprouts. And I got a couple of Swiss chard out here that didn't do very good over here, but it still got time. This is a fig tree.
What?
And here goes another fig tree right here.
Okay.
And so what else is out here? I think that's really it right now.
I
Is it
see you
still
got
working?
I see you got the aloe over there. That's pretty good for
Oh,
you
I
too.
have tons of aloe. Hold on. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm saying that's really good for you.
Yeah, no, I eat it.
Oh yeah, we do the same thing in Trinidad. We used to eat that all the time. You peel it and have like a cube every day. It cleans you out.
Yep. You're right. So normally though, like this, okay, so I'll tell you. So this was the first. This was now is huge, but it gave me all of these little one plant, and then this one over here did the same thing, but it hasn't linked all the way over yet. So it's got pups on that one, and then I have another one in the front yard. I have another big one in the front, and what I do is I'll eat them, and then I'll take the leaf. Well, this one is dead now because it got cold, but I'll take the tip and I'll put the tip in the dirt again.
Okay.
And then it'll regrow. So that's all that I have that's living right now. Ow. Hold on. I probably should have put some shoes on. But
See,
yeah,
that's
so
what I'm talking about though, man. Having a nice little garden, you can go and eat some fresh food, from things that you planted.
normally I'll have sweet potatoes. Like, oh, here goes some sweet potatoes right here that I had pulled up. But what I'm gonna do with those is I'm gonna put those back in the ground. Hey, Steffi, I see you, girl. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me come back in the house. I can't see anything out there. So yeah, that's all we got going on right now in the garden. But it'll grow back. And what happens is the first frost comes and it'll kill everything, and then it'll grow back around like February. Stuff will start growing back. So now, I'll start planting like tomatoes and stuff here in the next couple of days.
Like I try to grow like in the springtime. I try to grow like seasons on my windowsill, and but it's hard growing them in an apartment, man. Trust me, it's hard.
Do you have a balcony?
I have a window, that's facing by the sun, but that's it.
You can still do a little. So you can put them in like a little tray, like a cup, like spinach, right?
Yeah, I do.
I was trying to. Matter of fact, I got spinach seeds over here. Hold on, I'm coming right back. Like right now, what I've been doing, because it's warming up outside, I've been working on what things like what I want to grow. So here go all like the seeds that I was gonna be growing, and they come from like come from the Dollar Tree. Like these,
Okay.
I got these from the Dollar Tree, I think, and they was like 10 cents or something like that. So I'll be planting this stuff, but it's time for tomatoes, and he got some spinach right here. And so this is the same pack. So when I went to the Dollar Tree, even though they say like something for $1 when the season comes and go, well, the growing season leaves, they put everything on clearance. And so they go down to like 10 cents, and I just buy them when I see them. But yeah, so look, I got my broccoli because we want broccoli. I'm definitely gonna grow some broccoli.
No broccoli.
No, broccoli is really good though. You just probably like, are you making it mushy? Do you eat it mushy?
I can eat chicken and broccoli like if I'm getting it from the Chinese spot or beef and broccoli, but I can't eat broccoli by itself or
Like steamed
broccoli.
broccoli?
I didn't hear you.
You can't eat like steamed broccoli?
Oh no, hell no. I don't like it. Uh,
Oh, we do.
I,
I like it.
I
It
don't
doesn't
like it.
cook all the way either. It's still kind of crunchy when we eat it or whatever. So do you have to work today? What's up,
I'm
Steph?
actually going into work tonight. I'm doing the overnights tonight.
Like, oh,
Oh, oh, Celtic. That's my girl right there.
girl right
Miss
there.
Sensitive.
Happy birthday.
What's
That's
going on, Celtic?
that's funny. You want to hop on? You can if you want to.
She said what?
I was telling her to hop on. She can. If
Oh
anybody, if
yeah, oh yeah. I have a few choice words for her. She
oh
she
Lord,
she
nice.
she left the last time too early.
It was so funny though. My God, it was funny. I needed that laugh that day. Like that was actually.
Nah, it was a good live. Definitely. Even yesterday, I watched it on my way home. When I was driving home, I was listening to you guys because I had to go back to work. So I listened to the rest of the live on my way home.
At work.
Say what?
Oh, that day. You said that day.
No, I'm talking about last night. So I thank you. I watched the rest of your live last night on my way home, driving home from work. I was just listening.
Look what she say.
Uh, I love YouTube, man. I definitely do. Trust me. If I would say that I would probably be on live talking to you face to face, and I would never believe that because, like I said, I used to watch your videos. You know what I mean?
You went
Wishing to be a surgical tech. Now I'm a surgical tech, and I'm talking to you on live video. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
she said I was reading the comment. She say, love the male Libra. Love the male Libra. We
Yo,
love them.
we love you back, man. We love you back.
Happy New Year's, Celtic. Happy 2021. No, so when you how many I've been posting videos like, oh my God. It's even videos that's right here that you guys won't ever see. Because I blocked them. And I was just because I used to be trying to figure out what to do. Like I didn't know how to really.
Well, once I wanted to become a surgical tech, I started watching YouTube. Then you popped up. Then I started hearing talking about like traveling and then making the money. And I was like, well, shit, I want to be where she's at. You know what I mean?
I want to do
And I would watch all your videos back to back, back to back. I was just watching videos, you know. So I'm just saying it's mind blowing to me that now I'm actually attacked, and now I'm here, you know, on live chopping it up with you, and we
right.
talking more about, you know, not just surgical tech. We talking about different shit too.
Life, yeah, it's not just about. And you know, honestly, though, the funny thing is, I used to want to talk more about real life stuff, but people were asking me more about surgical tech, so that's why I was doing more surgical tech videos. But it would be times where I might want to make a video just on how I'm feeling, and I wouldn't make it because you know I would think like nobody really wants to see this. It took me a while to kind of get more into the habit of just posting and not really caring, you know, how many views or what people thought about it. But I'm glad that you're here too. Like, I'm honestly, it is amazing to me that people was watching the videos and getting inspired. Because I watch some of them, I'm like cringing. I'm like, oh my god, it was just so.
So I can tell you, and it's another guy, surgical tech tips.
Yeah.
You know, the reasons why I have a channel now. Like I feel like I wanted to give back the same how somebody gave to me when I was coming up, you know?
Now he wasn't when I first started looking on YouTube. The only person that I saw was Tonisha. I didn't see him at first, and then out of
But
nowhere,
she didn't have a lot of videos though. She
well,
had a few at the time.
she
So
had like, I think like maybe one or two. And I know one she was in Hawaii, and that's the one that made me want to really like, you know, do it.
and then she had, you know, posted that she was gonna leave the field to go to do like nursing. So like I
Right.
had stopped watching her channel for a little bit. And I
Yeah.
would watch you, and then I would watch
Now
surgical tips.
I got a splinter in my foot. That's what I'm over here digging. I stepped on something. It say, oh, there's the echo. Let me see if I can fix it again because I fixed it earlier. Let's see if I can. It's something with the audio. Okay. Let's see if that made it better. Tell me if that worked, you guys. It's still an echo. If you're still in here, Celtic, tell me. I can't hear it anymore, but I could hear it, and then it just went.
At first, it
But
was an echo. On my end, it's pretty clear now, though.
yeah, it was the echo earlier, and then it had went away. And I think when I went outside and came back, so what I had to do, I'm actually messing with your audio,
Now, I think it
Parris.
was me though, because you know what? I was still watching the live, and then I
Live
had
and
I had to cut that. Yeah, I had to cut that off.
yeah, they have a button on here though, like on my back screen. I guess I can show it to you just for fun. Hold on. So you can learn how to use this software too, because I'm actually gonna pay for it since now I've been playing with it. It's only I think $100 and something for the year. I'm gonna show you what I was messing with. So it's a thing. It's still you saying it is an echo. It's not an echo no more, Celtic.
Okay, I see the back screen.
You can see it.
Yeah,
I just removed something. What did I do? Hold on, I just took it off. Wait a minute, let me put it back. So it's a little button. There it goes. Here's this little button. I hate that showing there, but it's the button. Can you see where my mouse is down here at the bottom?
yeah.
You see it moving?
Oh yeah.
It's a little thing right there that I can open up, and it'll let me mess with it. But I don't like this screen. I don't like that it does that. Let me close it. Oh, but look, now the background is all fancy. Okay, great, it's gone. Look at the background. Okay, girl.
Yeah. I
I'm
see the
learning some
background.
things. So I had, you see it, the little leaves.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's cool. She said it's gone now. So yeah, I like this little I like this. I ain't gonna even lie, but it is cool. So last night, I felt the same way when I was watching her video though. When I was talking to Tonisha. Sorry about the noise. I felt the same way though. Like I just remember watching her video, and she was in Hawaii, and she was just talking about her experience there. And I remember looking at her, and I was thinking, if she can do it, I can do it too. Like that's what came to my mind. And so I just did it. By the time I saw her, I had already been to tech for a little, for a while, but I hadn't really like taken a contract out of the city or out of the state, and so that's when I was like, I'm gonna just do it. I had been offered like I had took contracts and stuff within driving distance here in Jacksonville, but not like out of Florida. So when I did that, it was kind of it was a big deal. It was, to me, it was a big deal. So, but I do I felt the same way last night when I seen her come on. I was like, oh my
Yeah. She seems pretty chill. She seems pretty chill.
yeah, she do. She
And
do.
you guys have a lot in common too, though. You and her.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
thing.
like I told her she can come get some chickens.
Yeah, I heard you. I
We gonna
heard you
see.
trying to tell her you get a what you said. Get one of them dog cages and you get some zip ties. I listened to the whole video. I'm telling you.
Setup is so bootleg back there because I didn't have like any tools and stuff when I first started. But I had dog cages because that's how I was potty training my dog. So I had like two like those wire kennels. And so they were like the oversized one. And so I had some zip ties. Matter of fact, I think I got them from work. And I just
Why not just go in on YouTube and just learn how to build a whole coop? You know?
because I had dog cages and it was already done. And I just put a tarp on top of it.
Okay.
But I could have done that. I would have had to buy like tools and I would have had to learn how to. I didn't want to do.
It'll be a project for you though. You know what I mean? I like to build shit and just have like a new project. It'll be a new project. You know?
Okay, maybe for 2021, I'll consider building out a chicken coop, because really I might not even do the whole coop, but what I'm honestly thinking about right now is a fence, because now that I have so many chickens, what happens is they come to my like back patio area and they poop everywhere, so I have to go out there and sweep it up on like I have to do this every other day, if not every day, because it's a lot of chickens now. And so I want to block off my area. So I've been thinking about like putting a fence up to keep them from this front part, because I don't like that. I don't like them being there. Passive income. Wait a minute. Zaif is in here. Zaif says passive income always feel better than working on others' company, man. On
Oh
others.
yeah. Oh, 100%, man. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, no,
That's the
it's
goal.
yours. It's yours. Like you building your dream, like you working towards your dream. So it's definitely something that I think you should feel better about. I guess is the way that feel better about.
You
So
know,
what time you have to go to work?
plus working on another man's clock, you can't pass that on to your kids. You know what I mean?
No, you sure can't. You sure can't.
When you're done, they give you a little retirement package, and that's that.
And
But
then
you know, if you have your own thing,
get it.
yeah, you can pass that on to your family or your kids or whatever. You know.
Yeah, you definitely.
I agree.
The lifestyle, like, because my son gets to watch me do whatever I want to. Really. He gets to watch it. Like, Mom, what are we doing today? Are we going, like he wants to go hoverboarding.
But check this out though, right? I think with kids, right? They listen to what they see you doing though, like not what you say. You could tell them, do this, that, and the third, but if they don't see you doing it, you know what I mean? They're not really gonna, yeah. So you actually, being an example
Yeah,
for
I
him.
even
You know what I mean?
sometime in that garden. I don't make him always do garden stuff because that's my thing, but just to expose him to like how to be more sustainable and self-sufficient. If something happened in the future, he'll at least have the idea and the knowledge of how to care for chickens, how to care for rabbits, and how to grow his own
Or
food.
just being business minded though, and not being falling into that whole trap. Not saying that working for the man is wrong, but just working without having your own dreams on the side too, your own goals.
Right, exactly. So yeah, for sure. And because me and his dad co-parent, his dad works though, right? So he's getting to see both sides of how it works. So he knows like, okay, well, my mom is with me, all day and she still works. Like he knows, to me, making YouTube videos and like writing articles and stuff, that's my work, but I can do it here. His dad has to leave the house to go to work and then come back home. Like he's getting to see that. And so I want him to just be aware of what opportunities are out for him that he doesn't have to go work for anybody else. And because he's young, like we do all this financial, like he has his own debit card, like we talk about stocks and stuff like that because he's a kid. And I'm like, well, right now you can take your money and buy stocks, and I can show you, you can tell me which stocks you want. So we talk about that. He actually is the reason I end up purchasing Hasbro. 'Cause Hasbro, is a toy company. I don't know if you know that or not, but Hasbro is a toy company. And so I remember we was doing something one day and I was telling him about stocks, and he was like, so I can buy stocks and I like, and he realized that I was like, yeah, just tell me the name of the company. And I was like, not Transformer, that's the toy. So who owns the Transformer, toys? And so he was like, oh, Hasbro, let's buy some shares of Hasbro. And so I did. And I actually made money on Hasbro this year. Like, who would have known that? I would have never just bought Hasbro.
Much respect on that.
Yeah,
A lot of parents don't show kids all of that stuff. They probably think that they're too young, and that's the difference. That
yeah,
I think that people who know about stuff, they put their kids on, so they grew up like that's the norm.
that's
Like for me, I'm just learning about these type of things.
right.
At 39 years old.
Yeah,
So
me
it's
too. Like honestly, Paris, honestly, my mom, we didn't come from like I didn't know. I heard about the stock market, but having access to it the way that we do now and being able to understand it and to be a part of it the way that we are now, I would have never expected this. Because you gotta think like we old enough to remember the time before the internet. Like at least me, I remember before internet time.
Bro, let me tell you a little secret, right? I didn't get on computers until I came to this country. If you
Right,
had a computer in Trinidad, you was considered like rich. You had money.
right,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So I had to start from scratch.
Yeah,
You
no,
know.
I grew up with Encyclopedia Britannica, and if you lost the book, I don't know if you know what Encyclopedia Britannica is, but it was pretty much like a resource of books, and they went from A to Z, and so you could like look up,
Yeah, I know
topics.
what it is.
So
It's
yes,
those big books, thick,
yeah,
big
we had
books.
all of them. Yeah, we had all of them.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
One of them, then you don't get to know what was in that book. Like that's how I grew up. So when we would do
Yeah,
book
you
reports,
if Z was missing, then you missed out on everything on Z.
that was it. Yes, exactly. And so that's how I grew up. But I remember one of my cousins got a computer. It was dial up, and I was just thinking how cool it was that he got that computer. But we didn't have a. I didn't get a computer. I don't even remember when they had a computer in my house. Honestly, I knew we had them in school, but I don't remember when we got one in our house. I knew we had them in school, and then when I went to the military, I was 18 then, so they were on our ships. But it still wasn't like how it is now. It wasn't like how we got these phones that are pretty much computers now, right? I run most of my business off my phone. I'm only on this laptop to do certain things like this. I can do this here. I could probably do this on my phone as well, but the laptop gives me more like room, I guess. And so, but yeah, I remember the time when I didn't have this type of information at my disposal, like, I couldn't use it. And so I try to explain that to my son, like, we're living in a time now where you got access to a lot of stuff, a lot of information, a lot of technology. And so I want you to utilize it so you can have an easier life than my life wasn't hard, like super hard, but it wasn't easy either.
I tell people all the time though, if you want to do anything, if you want to build a human being, go on YouTube. It's somebody teaching you how to do that shit.
Right.
So there's no excuses. I tell females too, like if they say, "Hey, I can't cook," I'm like, that's an excuse. You could go
Yeah.
on YouTube right now. Somebody's showing you how to make some rice, how to make some chicken.
Yeah, everything. Anything you want, a keto diet, whatever diet that you
Correct.
But you're right about that though. Shoot, I even be looking on YouTube sometimes for certain like recipes, like something that I might want that I don't have a recipe for or I don't know how to cook it. I'll pull up YouTube, but I be trying to cook. Sometimes I cook. I don't enjoy that. I ain't been enjoying that shit because now I'm feeling some type of way that my card got hacked into. So now I'm just like, forget it. But yeah, I cook every now and then. I try to cook. I be trying to cook, honestly.
So that's one of my goals for the new year though. I think I'm gonna cook my food. I spend a lot of money when I do like 12-hour shifts, $10 a meal twice a day. And then when I'm driving home,
That's one of my videos that's coming out.
I
This
stop
like
at McDonald's or something and buy some more food, and
on the
that
way
eats
going
up my
home.
check. You know what I mean? And then it's unhealthy too. You know what I mean?
So
At the
you
end of
know
the
what
day,
you could do that might make it easier, and it's something that I'm kind of considering is doing those
prepping.
meal deliveries.
Oh, deliveries.
The meal, not DoorDash, but like Blue Apron and that.
But that's still mad bread though. You're gonna spend a lot of money versus you cooking your own food. I feel like you just take your Sundays and then prepare meals for at least
A whole
Wednesday.
couple of days.
Yeah, yeah, that'll work.
Because really, anything I would probably do like 3 or 4 days worth of food. Because anything past that, it might not taste as good to me. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I say like 3 days at a time, but you have to, be disciplined. And that's for me. Sometimes on my day off, I just want to sleep
Want to be
and
off.
then I want to chill. And that's kind of why I didn't want to come on in live. I was like, it's my day off. I just want to stay in bed. So it wasn't personal to you. But then I see you guys getting salty. I said, you know what?
I
Let
was in
me
my
let me get
feelings.
on here and talk to her for a little bit.
I was like, see, I'm just not gonna ask. I'm very much like that. Not in like not. I don't think I'm spoiled, but I am. I don't like no. I don't like no at all. I don't. I probably should work on that.
I think that's a lot of females in general. They don't
That
like to
don't
hear
like
no.
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 They don't
That's
like to.
not it. Like that's not gonna work. That doesn't work for me. We're gonna have to
And
come
then
up with
us, and then us dudes as suckers, I be like, all right, let me. I feel bad,
no,
and
no,
then
no.
I'm jumping on here.
No, 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 no. That's not being a sucker. That was just you saying, okay, I'm just gonna do it. She has asked me more than one time to do
Correct, correct,
it.
correct, correct,
So
correct,
I'm just gonna go
correct.
ahead and do
Look,
it.
you know what? Let me tell you something, right? I believe in one hand washes the other, and both washes the face, right? Since I
Yeah,
came on here, you like, always shout out my channel. Why not? I can
yeah.
come on here and hang out with you on your channel for a
A
little
little
bit.
bit, right.
Oh,
Just a
oh
little
yeah, I can do that.
see, but I am kind of like I ain't spoiled because I don't like that. I don't think I'm spoiled, but I will like dang, you saying no to me? Like why? Like why would you
Nah,
say
yeah, it ain't personal. It's just that now I want to be in bed and chill before I got to go deal with these people on the
no?
job.
So I was asking you earlier, what time you got to go to work though? I know you said overnight, but what's that? Like
Oh, nah,
seven?
it's late. It's 10:45 to 6:45 in the morning. So they
Oh,
got
that's
me
why you
on.
did a 12-hour shift. Are you winning?
No, I'm not because I'm not getting that time and a half for this holiday. You got me on the New
Oh,
Year, but I'm not getting the time and a half. I may
because you
get
did.
like an hour and some on the time and a half, but then that's it. I want
That's it.
that, I want that $51 an hour. I need to eat. You
So
know
you
what I
would have
mean?
rather had went in earlier today. Why you didn't try to do it? They didn't let you. Other people had.
Nah, so that's being one of the new guys. You ain't gonna get that money.
Right,
All the vets, they getting that money, and I gotta respect it because they pay their dues. You know what I mean?
right,
So I
right.
gotta find my own way to come and get some of this OT money.
To get some of this online money, right? This what you trying to. This what I be trying to tell people. Like, get some, build your build your YouTube channel. Like, I would probably say your goal, because you can still make money off of this, whether it's through the ads or whether it's through some type of product that you want to sell, right? Get you a what was I gonna say? You could probably put an email address in your description box. What I'm gonna tell you
So
about YouTube. What's
let
up?
me tell you, right? So I hustle, man. Even when I was in the hospital as a PCA, I used to sell scrubs. You know what I mean? For the whole hospital, everybody knew me. So I know how to sell stuff, but I just got to get my channel up, and then I got a few ideas too. So don't worry, man. We cooking some up here, man. We
You
cooking
working
up.
on it, right? You in the game.
Oh yeah.
I just think YouTube is just one of those things that is just so powerful, though. Like for anything. So whatever, if you don't even have a product or a service in mind right now, that you just building the audience and getting people familiar with you is like the easiest thing that you can do, even if you don't have a complete, like I say, product or service. So for you though, you're giving information to surgical techs. Now, I think a YouTube channel, well, not I think, but I know that we do better on YouTube if we just have one specific topic, like one niche, so to speak, is what we would call it, right? But you can still do in a new channel, you can still do more than one thing until you can figure out what actually hits for you. So for me, surgical tech did better than some. Surgical tech is doing better on my channel. And then when I talk about my locks, that does well on here. But I don't always want to make like I'm not doing lot videos like that. I'm not retwisting and all that stuff. So I don't really have much to share in the lot community. But I would tell anybody to, if you're gonna do your whatever you're doing, just to do YouTube as a little, just something, and it'll start paying off.
You see me, man. I'm out here. I'm taking your advice. I'm trying to put out more videos. Not once a day, man. That's too much work. But we gonna work on something else. At least twice for the week.
You could do batch recordings too. That's something that I'm actually trying to get better at, is batch recording my videos. So just doing, even if you wanted to change your shirt, you could, like if you don't want to have the same exact thing on in all of the videos, but you could just I would do maybe a couple of 10-minute videos, because I got to work on making my videos shorter, because I do, like, I'm long-winded, so my videos show that, like, I can talk. And sometimes I don't use a script. I might have like a post-it or some bullet points, and I hit those, but then my video end up being like 30 minutes long. So I'm working on cutting down, because what I'm noticing in the YouTube analytics is that we do better with shorter videos at the beginning. Now you can,
because sometimes if your video is like super long, some people don't have that type of attention span. Yeah, they'll skip through shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, man. I just try to get the message out there, and if somebody gains from that, or if I get a comment and that helps somebody, I'm cool with that, bro. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I really just want to give back to other people, like how you guys gave me advice and other people on my job. I just want to pass that along to somebody else. That's it.
Yeah, no, that's what, honestly, that's like the best thing that you can do, because the energy of giving puts you in the receiving seat.
Correct.
So send it out there.
And I believe in that type of stuff too. You know what I mean?
Talk though.
I told my mom this morning, right? When I spoke to her, I said, like, a lot of people don't know. If you want to have more apples, right, and you have an apple tree, give away more apples, and you'll be blessed in terms of more. It's just the more you give, the more you get, and that's just facts with anything.
Yeah, no, for sure though, for sure, that's definitely it. And
some people hide information because they don't want the next man to catch up to them, and they just stay in one spot, but they don't understand that
the person is going to exceed them.
Yeah, but if you want to exceed, give away that information and watch it comes back to you.
Yeah. And it'll accelerate your life in ways that you didn't even expect it to. Because that's what happens. Like, a lot of time people will say, oh, you inspired me. And I'm sure, like, by you just saying that, inspire me. Like, people don't realize how we honestly are inspiring each other. It's like a ping pong game. Like, we playing energy tag.
I'm not going to front. I want to make a few coins off of YouTube. But I really just want to pass on a message to other people like myself. You know what I mean?
Right. No, pass the message, but definitely monetize it. Like, I'm not saying.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'm not trying to tell you to just sell stuff to people, but it don't make sense for you to not monetize it when it's an opportunity for you to do it.
I'm gonna make some coins, bro. You know what I mean? I'll make some coins, but I'm gonna share the message, man. As soon as I get it, and if it makes sense, I'm gonna pass it on to the next person coming up behind me. Each one type of thing.
Like, out of your days, sometimes to think about what you learned today in the OR. Like, maybe, I don't know, sometimes I'll sit back and be like, what am I grateful for today? And so you can kind of, I guess, apply that to being in the OR. Like, what am I grateful about today in the OR? And just like, share that. You don't have to share all your business with people, but like, I'm very open and transparent person. Like, I don't really care. Like, if you're gonna judge
me. Me too. I don't really care. I don't got nothing to hide, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you ain't feeling me, then that just means that I'm not for you. That's
for
it.
You, right? I'm just not for you.
Yeah, that's cool. At this point in my life, I'm okay with that, though. If you ain't feeling me, that's fine. I'm not for you. That's it.
Right. So you don't have any kids yet?
Nah.
So what you waiting
on? Man, I got a lot. I tell you, so like, I'm married technically now, right? But me and my wife is separated, so I have to take care of all of that type of stuff first, and then get back on the ball game. It's kind of weird. Like, you meet people and they'll be like, "You're single." I don't even know what to say. I'm a single married nigga right now. That's what it
Oh,
is.
you can't. That's like a what is it? That's what is that called? Like a double negative? No, that's not a double. It's, you can't say I'm a single married dude. Like that don't work. But what you? I mean, I was in your shoes before, so I mean, I can speak on it. But shit, I don't even know what to tell you. Like I really don't know what to tell you. You gonna have to kind of make a decision at some point on what the move gonna be. How long have y'all been married? If you don't mind me asking.
2 years. But
How long?
I've been together. But we've been together for 5 years before that.
So 7 years.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know what to tell you because these dating streets is something serious out
Bro,
here.
let me tell you something, right? Not for nothing. I'm good. I think now I'm just taking the time to kind of work on myself. Like I know I have a lot of things that I got to do for myself. Like I'm really digging deep into myself and be like, all right, you need to work on this, and this was
Yeah,
your fault, and and then like I said, things will come to you in time. You know what I mean? And
I know for sure. You definitely right about that.
and I'm not worried about that, man. Relationships is easy. That's the easy part. You
Is
know what I'm
it?
saying?
Because they don't seem that easy.
At the end of the day, that's it. Finding out your financial situation and getting yourself together and getting on point. That's the hard
And
part.
getting your mind right.
Um,
Hey, Ariel, what you want to talk about? Getting your mind right. And you know what? Honestly, Paris, I'm kind of glad you said that. And I think for me, because I've been single for so long, that I do go to my brain does go to relationships lately. But what I will say is that for a long time, all I did was like that inner work, like because I knew that I wasn't gonna attract what I wanted because I wasn't where I was supposed to be at. So if I'm whatever I am, that's what I'm gonna attract, right? So you attract what you are. So if I would have been whoever I was attracting, I wasn't it wasn't a vibe for me. And so but I couldn't blame them because they're just a reflection of me, right? So I had to go work on me, if that makes any sense.
so I say this, right? For any type of guys that's listening, if you a guy that's still getting your financial shit together, don't date nobody.
Oh
Because
yeah,
you're never gonna give your woman 100% and the time that she needs until you get your shit together. You're gonna be focused on that. You know what I mean? And it's gonna create a lot of problems within the relationship. You got to get your stuff together first and then go look for the woman. I feel like we
right,
do this shit backwards, and I'm
right,
guilty of it too, right?
right.
Because before I had my wife was a nurse. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of things that she was ready to do a lot of traveling and stuff, and I wasn't ready to do all of that stuff because I had school. I'm trying to get my shit together. I don't want to spend all that money, and she's in a place where she's ready. So it was like a lot of conflicts there. Just get your shit together first and then go find somebody else, and
Right.
make sure. I feel like I'd say make sure you and that person is on the same dreams and same on the same plan, bro, because like I want to move, right? And my wife, she wasn't with that Florida shit at all. Point
Really?
blank period. Hell no. She's born and
She's
raised in
from
New
New York.
York and
Oh,
she
okay.
loves it. She ain't going nowhere. And for me, I'm ready to get out of here.
But
So
you're not. You've been there, but you're not from there though, so that plays a part.
yeah. So that's the thing too. Yeah. So you have to make sure you and the person kind of line up in your goals and dreams, and it's a
But you
lot to a
said that for
relationship.
guys. I would say the same thing for women as well, though, honestly, because when I was in my marriage, and for women, we haven't like okay, guys have kids too, but for the women, it does something not only to our body, like mentally, we be kind of thrown off. Like honestly, like I don't know if you heard about postpartum,
Postpartum.
but
Oh
that yeah,
yeah.
it's actually like you like women. I'm pretty sure it's plenty of men that's done been or people that's done been killed from women that's on like, that's got some postpartum issues because it really does like mess with your chemical hormonal imbalance does mess with your mind. Like it really does, right? And so what I would say is that when you are trying to not only like focus on the husband and your kid, you forget about yourself sometimes. And then on top of that, you got a whole career because I grew up in the era of this independent women situation.
That's that shit right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but no, like it's the whole thing. Oh my God, me and one of my friends had this conversation, but I grew up with that whole like, not so much that I don't need a man, but I don't need a man. Like, like, and that is a mindset that some of us have to kind of work on. It's
and
not.
that, and that and I don't want to curse on YouTube, but that'll f you up. You know what I mean? Because
It
guys need to
does.
guys need to feel like guys, though. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah,
if you don't need a man, you gotta let that man know, look, I
that
still need you. You know what I
right.
mean?
I
Oh
think
yeah.
I think for women, at least from my how I've interpreted it over the last couple of years, we went from being property, because so you got to think not only being black, like okay, cool, the black part. Now we like have this segregation or desegregation or whatever, but women were still considered property to their husbands and to their dads, right? So we was trying to establish ourselves, I feel, as equals, and not that we're not equals, but we're not the same as men. Like I think as women, the women that was before me, they were trying to establish, some type of boundaries for women, not so much for us to be property right anymore. And so the pendulum went from like us being property to the other end where now we don't need no man. Does that make any sense?
But
When really
let me say this though, right? Sometimes a lot of women, like you said, in the past they were mistreated, right? So a lot of women now, man, they focused on getting their shit together, getting their degrees, and now they're in a powerful place. But now I feel like they're looking for revenge out here. Some of them are broken, man, and they treat men in a different type of way. You don't want to be a man hater, though. You want to
no,
be
no,
powerful,
no, no,
but
no.
you don't want to be a man hater.
Right, exactly. So I do agree that there are some really there's some upset women in the world. It's some upset men too now. Because it goes both ways. But what I
Correct, correct, correct.
but as women, I think too in the home, when we went to work, the home dynamic kind of changed, right? So women aren't so much homemakers anymore. A lot of us working women as well. And I think we didn't realize that we could be working women at home and still like the balance is still home first, but not so much to where how to say it, like I know that I'm equal to a man, even though that we have different, it's like a yin and a yang. Like you're a man, so you're gonna be stronger physically, you're gonna do things differently. And women, we are too, but it doesn't mean that the man is more important in a relationship than the woman is. And I think we kind of getting away from it a little bit, like us women, because we trying to establish ourselves as equals to men.
But check this out though, right? In order for relationships to work, women have a role to play and men have a role to play, right? You
Right.
all have roles. And then sometimes some guys don't know their roles as a man, and then some women, they want to be the man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, and that's never going to work unless you have a guy who is like, like more submissive to you. You know what I mean? And he's
Most
okay
women
with
don't
that.
want a submissive guy. Like they
So,
may
so then it's never going to work. You know what I
right,
mean? At the end of the day. So if you want to be the man, but then you don't want a man who's submissive, how are you going to be in a relationship? It ain't never going to work for you. You're
right,
setting yourself up for failure.
right. Me personally, I just know like I know how I went from this whole independent mindset, right? Like this was even before I had my son and my mom got married to his dad. I knew I was very much like I was independent and I wanted to be independent because that's what I was trained to be as a woman. Like that's what I was taught. Like you have to be able to take care of yourself and stuff like that. And so that's what I went into my relationship with. You know what I'm saying? That's what came with me. And so it's not that some of us want to be masculine. I think we took on that role when we decided that we didn't need a man. Like I think that kind of like just happened, if that makes any sense. But I
Well,
feel like
listen, we got to go back to playing our own roles. You can make all that money and be successful, but still be a woman, though, right?
but
At the
you
end of the day.
hear some people like what's her name, Jenny Mai said this, and I'm not like a Jenny Mai fan or anything like that, but what she did say, sometimes we don't want, like, even though you'll see independent women or boss women, boss girls and all that, when we come home, I don't want to have to run my household. Like I don't want to have to do that. I do it because I can do it. And being single, that's what comes along with being single. But if I was in a relationship, I would prefer my husband to be able to navigate us. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go along with everything because at this point I'm 37-year-old woman, so I think a lot for myself, and I've been doing it for a long time. So it's gonna be like a fine balance. But I will say a lot of us are in these independent boss girl roles because we kind of was here by default. Like it just kind of happened with the progression of like women being free and not being property anymore. I think it's balancing itself out. I feel like it is. I think women are now starting to understand that we can make money at home, or at least it needs to be a balance
Yo,
of.
bro, let me tell you, right? So I'm West Indian and I grew up in a specific type of way. I don't care what my wife makes, how much of a boss you is at your job. When you come home, bro, I'm still un casa. I'm still the man around here. You heard? I'm not with that nonsense at all. And I'm
How
not
did
trying to be have you as my
between you and your wife though, since she if you don't mind me asking, like since she was, I guess she made the most money out of the house because she was a
yeah,
nurse, she
yeah,
was still
yeah.
going back to school at the time. So how did that, do you think the dynamic of you making less played a
Nope.
role?
No, let me tell you, right? Because we kind of split everything down 50-50. So it doesn't matter how much money she made. I still had to come up with my money. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, even if I had to have 4 jobs, I still had to come up with my money. So I don't feel like, and I like women that makes money too. So that a lot of guys get intimidated by that, but not me. Because if my woman is making money, man, I don't have to pay for your hair. I don't have to pay for your nails unless I want to. You know, as a gift, you don't require that. That's less bills on me. You know what I mean? So I don't get why you feel any type of way. I like a woman who can come up and help you out. You know, but what I don't like is, for me, I felt like my wife, like she didn't want me to she didn't want me to like grow and like like get my shit together because then she started feeling insecure. You know what I mean? As
Because
I
she
said,
being like the like who you would have to go to if you needed something, or
yeah, 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 100%.
more like a dependent. She wanted you to be dependent on her.
Which I didn't really get, and nobody in my circle got because I thought that most women would like a guy who have his shit together. So now we can put our money together, and now we can really do something great
Right. You can.
versus just one person, pulling all the weight.
Yeah. So, well, shit, I don't know. Have y'all, well, I would say, because we did marriage counseling. I would just say,
Oh, we did that for like about two sessions, and that was that because I'll blow your ass up. I start blowing shit up, and she was tight. Like I didn't tell you to go in there and talk about all of that business. You know what I mean? So then, what's the point if we're gonna
right,
go in there and we're gonna pretend? Like you know what I mean? I don't want to
we're not going to get,
take my one day off to go somewhere and pretend. Nah, I'll stay home. That's good. I'm good. Like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Because if
no.
you're gonna go to counseling, you got to put everything on the table and really try to work it out.
Consider going to counseling outside of the marriage.
Bro, let me tell you this, right? To put everything in a nutshell, I'm good. I don't even want her back.
I'm not even talking about her.
I'm
I'm not
good.
talking about her at this point. I'm talking about for yourself. That's why I said outside of the marriage, because I'm with you with that. Because, well, we went through
I
marriage.
probably, you know what? I probably need to be honest with you. I got my own issues.
Try it, not to, because I'm not telling you nothing wrong with you. I'm just saying I did it for myself. I went through, we did marriage counseling, and then I went through counseling on my own outside. Like after the marriage counseling, after we had separated and everything, I went and I went to a counselor. I want to say for probably almost a year after that, just to
And
kind of.
how did that help you out though? Do you feel like it was worth it?
So, like for one, I don't know about a whole year if you need a year to do that, but what I will say is it made me feel like I wasn't crazy. Cause I used to like I felt crazy a little bit. I ain't gonna even lie. Like it just made me feel like okay, I wasn't being clear on how I was communicating, and I was getting frustrated, and then it was just turning into more like anger and more frustration. But once I learned pretty much how to communicate and just be more open to being vulnerable with people, then it kind of worked out. Like I had to learn how to be okay with being vulnerable and not being afraid of being vulnerable with like people and stuff like that. And so talking to somebody that you don't know is gonna give you a different perspective. I would say talk to somebody that looked like you, but the person who I went to, she was a white lady, and she actually did like she just helped me worked through some things that was
I
in my
don't have no. I don't. For me, I don't care about the color thing. As long as he's speaking facts, facts is facts. No matter if it came from a yellow person. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, word.
Give
I
me a
don't have
look.
a problem with that. But I think that's something I definitely look into in the future. Though I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I
Just
would.
for personal development, though. Like that's what I was saying. Like now, I'm really just trying to figure out, what I need to work on, and then come up with a plan and then fix that. So
Right.
when I'm really ready to settle down with somebody else, I don't have all of this,
Other
other
stuff
issues that I need to work on.
But you know what I was when I was the reason that I mentioned even the color part is because, and I know you from Trinidad, but in the Black community, we have traumas that we all deal with that come from our like some of the stuff we've been exposed to.
So don't get it twisted though. People from Trinidad came from slavery too.
Right? No, I
Oh
know.
yeah,
Like an American, like my American brain was kind of saying, like, here you're gonna like you might date. Well, and the same thing I guess go for Trinidad as well. But you got to think about it's a lot of people, and especially if you dating Black women or Black, if for Black women, if you're dating Black men and they've been through traumas and they haven't had any type of like professional help, that trauma is still very much there. It might be different. It might be triggered differently,
yeah.
but it's still there. And so you just really, I remember dating this guy and he just had trust issues. His trust issues came from his adoption situation, but I could just be showing him all the love in the world and he couldn't receive it. He didn't know how to accept it and would project his insecurities on me by thinking that I'm cheating or whatever, like I have some alternative motives, when it really wasn't that. It's just
Well, so that's kind of part of the shit that I was going through too. I would tell my wife all the time, like, "Hey, listen, if I listen to her, I'd walk around here feeling like I'm the man because she feel like everybody wants me." And I'm telling you, like, some people are just cool with people.
right,
They're friendly. You know what I mean? They don't want anything from you. They just cool. And I feel like that's just like insecurities of past relationships too. Like
right,
and look. I'm not the most stand up guy in the world. I've cheated in the past, shit like that. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean. But when I got married, I was on some serious shit. Like I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna join with my wife, and we're gonna do something else. You know what I mean? And let's just enjoy the rest of our life. You know what I mean? So then, what's the sense of getting married if I feel like you're gonna hold on to a lot of old stuff and you know what I mean? And sometimes people do that. So you
yeah.
definitely need to see somebody outside of marriage counseling and get your shit together first before
Sorry.
you get into it. So that's why now, like I'm like super chilling. Like I meet people, I have friends, and but I don't want a relationship really. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, not right now, because I feel like I'm not in the space for that.
Right. Yeah, shit, you might, and if you feel like that, you definitely shouldn't be like, shit. Like if you in your head already know, like, I ain't ready for this, then I wouldn't. What I will say, because I say this to my friend, my other Libra, got my Libra friend. I have my best friend is my best guy friend is a Libra, and I tell him like, don't, if you're not in a position to honestly date somebody, excuse me, don't mislead them, because that's gonna bring some, a different kind of energy that you might not want. I'm not saying you doing that. I'm just saying.
No, but I feel like females in general, you can tell a chick, right? You'll tell her, listen, man, I'm not in that space right now. Well, we can hang out if that's what you want to do, right?
Mhm.
And they in their minds they'll think like yeah, I'll change this nigga mind, you know what I'm saying,
Right,
and then when you get the outcome that you wasn't expecting, because I tell you, I know how my mind is. I already made my mind up. We ain't gonna do this. I don't
right,
care if you were supposed to flip on top of your head. It ain't gonna work for me. It's already made up, right? So then you're gonna be pissed off, and then you're gonna want to do vindictive shit to me, you know what I mean, at the end of the day.
but I
That's
will.
what I don't like.
No, yeah, no, but that's just it is. You're right, because women will, because I've done it. So you're right, but I would just say don't. Once you start seeing shit, then just probably stop, because if she likes you and you hanging out with her and all of that stuff, like, Yeah, in our head, shit, yeah, it might mean something more than even if you said it, even if you told them, like it
Yeah,
could.
but that's why now I have to basically, if you're gonna come to my crib today, you can't come back until maybe next week. I gotta, you know what I mean, give you some space. We don't want you, doing no funny shit. And then they be on some slick shit. She'd be like, I have a friend. She'll tell me, yo, I'm coming through to hang out with you, and I'll be like, all right, well, come through. It's like 5, whatever. She won't show up until 11 o'clock. So that
Oh,
means she has to spend the night. You know what I'm saying? And then spend all the next day in my house and shit like that. And that's cool, but I don't want you to get too, like, you know what I mean? Thinking
no,
this is a relationship.
if she's spending the night and y'all doing all of that, like
Don't, I don't want you to feel like this is a relationship.
that's a
I'm,
fucking relationship.
in
But I'm
fact,
gonna tell you,
in fact, I'm still married. So listen, it can't even happen. You know what I mean? At the end
no,
of the day. So
I'm gonna tell you, if you sleeping with her and she's spending the night, y'all in a relationship, whether you want to believe it or
nah,
not.
bro, nah, bro,
Look,
nope.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you, like our brain don't detach. Like some women, there are some women out here that can have like an intimate relationship and not allow their themselves to like catch feelings or to be attached. But the average woman is built to be attached, set like through intimacy. So you have to be careful, like if that's not the energy.
Man, listen, right? Like I gave you the same thing you're gonna give me. It's an even exchange,
No, it don't
and
work
we're
like that.
and look and look and look and look. I'm a nice guy, really, right? So I'm not gonna treat you like like no jump off or nothing like that. I'm gonna treat you like a lady, but we're not together. I just need you to understand that, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, Paris. I'm gonna tell you. So if you dating women like in your age group or in general, if you having sex with her, if she's staying the night over your house and you being nice to her, and
Yeah,
our
but look, I'm just nice even if I'm your friend in general. So that's
yeah,
just
okay,
me. You know what I mean? At the end of the
so
day.
that's true. That may be true, but if you sleeping with you ain't sleeping with everybody, so she gonna feel like I'm telling you how I would process it. I'm just giving you my perspective.
If I sleep with you, right, and then I talk to you today, but then I don't talk to you till next week, we not in a relationship, Mom. I gotta tell you, like, we
Yeah.
not.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
know,
that's true. That's not if you haven't talked to her in like a week or two and it's
I
just
don't talk to you. I purposely don't talk to them on a daily basis. I don't call you and tell you my problems. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll say, like Happy New Year. You know what I mean? I talk to you for a little bit, but we're not talking on the phone all the time because I don't want you getting attached. And then I
yeah,
have to tell you like, or you come to my house and you don't want to leave, and I don't like shit like that either. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
when it's time for me to get ready to go to work and get my
You gotta
stuff,
go.
I want to make my videos and all that stuff. I need to be alone. You know what I mean? For a
Right,
little bit, and I don't need to. So I don't try to. That's why I said now I don't. I don't really want to date people. You know what I mean? But I'm a
right.
man, and we still got needs. You know what I mean? So I
I
still
look,
gotta,
right, but I'm gonna tell you, like I just stopped dealing with people because I know how I am. So I'm not I'm gonna want
I,
to cook. I'm gonna
I don't
want
know. I'm gonna ask you this though. How do you make that work? Because you're a woman and you have needs. How
to.
does that work?
Well,
Yeah, let's hear
it's different
this.
for us than it is for you guys because it's. I mean, I have toys. I have toys. I do
Okay,
have toys.
okay.
I used to. So because I am. I mean, I am a woman, and I do embrace like my femininity, I guess. And so there's certain things we have traits for a certain reason, like women do. So I know that if we are intimate and if like I'm gonna catch feelings. So I'm just not I would just choose to not engage
So
at all.
you're basically saying if you give a guy the cookie, you're my man.
We getting married and everything. We look in my head, we about to have some kids. Look, you on the farm with me.
That's not gonna work, man. That's not how
I'm
it
just
goes.
being honest. I'm being honest like that. And I used to feel
You and every other female out here that I know personally, you know what I mean? The minute that they give you that cookie,
that's
you my
it.
nigga. You
Yeah,
my
that's
man.
it. But you gotta think we're supposed to be like we're made like that for a reason. It's not that we're made like this and that's a problem. That's where we're made like that for a reason, but we're also not supposed to be just out here casually engaging in intimacy with people. So that's I
Correct.
do have
Correct.
to learn to like shut certain things off, even with guys, because I'm friendly and I'm like, sometimes it might come off as I be flirting. I don't know it. They might think that, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm very much like standoffish a little bit. I'm still friendly, but we're not hanging out. I'm not calling you. I don't want to talk on the phone all the time with you because I might end up, I don't know, like I don't want to just send the wrong idea out and then like
I have a female friend that I talk to every day, and we don't sleep together. We used to, but then she had a conversation with me before and told me like, listen, if we're not gonna be together like that, then we can't do this. And if you're
right,
really my friend, then
then
you're
you
gonna
would stop doing
understand that.
that.
Yeah. So I respect it. I
Right.
really do. I mean, if she throw it my way, maybe I'll be like, all right, well, whatever, right? But
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't,
but
because it's for her set, for her. And that's what I used to get upset with some of the guys. Like, cause I messed around and like messed up a friendship. Well, I don't want to say I messed it up, but the friendship got messed up. And I was feeling like you should have had more respect for me if you knew that this is where you were at in
that's
your life.
that's what she said to me. Like
Yeah.
she told me that like I should know better. If I'm really her friend, then I shouldn't keep. You know
Don't
what I
do
mean? At
that
the
for
end of the
her
day.
because her feminine traits are to be attached. That's how we are. It's in our nature to be like that. So you can't want the woman and not everything that comes with the woman, including
So, oh yeah. So now I just keep it very platonic. You know what I mean? We are friends, but we argue more now, like we're in a relationship though, because it's still that. You know what I mean?
because y'all
Whatever
was
there.
like, what you mean?
Yeah, we argue, but now I know. Like I told her the other day, I don't give my opinion to people unless you ask for it, and that saves me a lot of problems with everybody. Because sometimes, even if you feel like that person is going the wrong way, unless they ask me, I'm not gonna give my opinion. Especially with women, because that's how we get into arguments. Because I'm very like whatever's on my mind, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so that can cause a lot of problems. Sometimes I have to learn to shut. You know,
Just to be
it's
quiet,
just,
yeah.
oh yeah.
Because sometimes we do be telling. I remember I'll have a conversation and I'll just say stuff to people. Just in having conversations, not so much asking you your opinion, but because I'm talking to you about the situation, you might give me your opinion, and then it might be a little harsher than what I really like. It might not be what
Yeah,
I
and then that's the argument, and now you don't like me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so you know what?
It don't
Look,
always have to be an argument, but it might be a conversation. It might be a
bro,
back and forth kind
you
of
know what?
conversation.
I can tell you what people you could give somebody $1,000 today, and they'll forget it by next year. But people never forget how you make them feel, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's for
Never.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you got to be careful. With your mouth, and even on the job, man, sometimes you got to be careful. When I'm on the job, unless somebody asks me a question, I don't say shit. My manager told me, she said, when he was in an interview, you had so much to say. Now you don't talk. You're a man of few words. I said, and I don't answer. I don't have nothing to say because guess what? Unless you ask me something, I ain't really talking. I'm not trying to get
Right.
involved with none of this bullshit. I'm here to
And
make
you're
my
working with
money. I have a
women, so
goal.
you have to be mindful. And there's nothing wrong with women. I'm not like here to bash us women, but we are very much you just have to, like, it's you working with women, so you just got to keep that up. Like I don't know how your OR is, but lately it's more women in the ORs
And
that I
that's every hospital, not just the OR. It's a whole bunch of females.
women, right?
Um,
And it's
listen,
Cassie,
and
Patty,
and it's easy for you to get dragged into the whole bullshit. And
right?
it's people out there specifically that come and ask you a question
To
just so
go
you can
tell
say
somebody,
something so they could go back and drag you in some shit. So when
yeah,
they start with that bullshit, I'd be like, yo, that shit is crazy, bro. And I'm
yeah,
walking off after that. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear. I don't want to be involved because my goal is to get this experience, get my money, and then
and
I'm
get
out
the
of
hell
here.
out
I
of
don't
here,
want no problems with
right?
nobody. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you ain't gonna fuck up my shit trying to drag me into your shit. I'm focused on what I'm here for. You know what I mean? I don't even want to talk sometimes, to be honest with you. Like I'm like that. You know what I mean? I'm very like a Libra. I'm moody. Sometimes you get me and I'm talking, and sometimes you be like, this nigga don't say nothing.
Oh, if
Oh,
I'm not talking, then I'm probably mad or like sad. Like if I'm not having if I'm not talking to you, then it's something up.
no,
Because
but
I like to
then it's
talk.
for me. I don't know about you. I can feel people vibe off of them too, though, right?
Right,
So you don't have to tell me nothing. When I meet you, I could tell you, oh, there's something up with this person. I don't know yet, but I'm watching you. You know what I mean? So I
right.
may not engage with you at all. But then some people, I just meet you, and then I'm all talking all the
Talking to
time,
you,
right?
right?
Because I
Because it's
feel
the vibe,
comfortable around you. But it's all
right?
about the vibe.
Yeah, it's the
You
vibe.
know?
Yeah, in the OR though, but I'm one of those like, good morning.
Nah, yeah, I say hello and or whatever, but then I just kind of keep it about the job, though. You know, especially when I'm
Yeah,
like, say if I have a circulator who wants to talk all the time, I don't really fuck with that because I'm trying to be engaged with with a surgeon.
what's
I
going
don't
on
really
with
want
the
to hear because
surgeon?
they get pissed off. They
Yeah,
get
because
pissed
you
off when
talking to
you,
them and not
yeah,
paying
you prattling your mouth with the surgeon while you know what I mean, with the circulator while the surgeon's just there working. Like,
And
nah.
honestly, the circulator might be trying to like distract you. Like, people be on some other shit sometimes. So you have to be careful of
When
who
you're
the
new,
circulator is.
when you're new, everybody want to know your business, right? So the circulator try to ask me 100 questions, and the surgeon is right here. I'll be like blocking that shit out, and pass my instruments and do what I got
Right,
to do. After we could talk, and I still ain't gonna tell you too much on the
right.
job. You know what I mean? Because you
No,
don't
and
need to know me like
it's
that.
gonna that's gonna keep happening when you go traveling. As far as them, everywhere you're gonna go, they're gonna want to know about
You,
you.
but you but you don't need to know me like that though. You know what I mean? If if me and you are friends, then you know what I'm about. You know what I mean? But you don't need
Right.
to know me like that because a lot of times I feel like they want to know where you're from, what do you do, so they know how to treat you. You know what I mean? At
How
the
to
end of the
size
day,
you up, right?
yeah,
And I
yeah. How
will
to
tell you, like, and they probably do. I think what happened for me, like in the OR, I was doing so much shit outside of the OR, and they knew it as far as like websites and stuff like that. And so I would talk about it at work, but what it did, it backfired on me because it pretty much made people like jealous. Like it was making people jealous, and that wasn't my intention, right? But that's just kind of what was
so
happening.
for me is I'm a big dude. I'm telling you, I'm sitting so you really can't see,
But
right? Um,
my ex-husband, well, I told you he's like a big guy too. He's like 6'3", 2 something.
so if I stand up on that step stool sometimes on by that
You like
table,
hovering,
let me tell you, a
towering.
lot of those surgeons, they're nervous, and then you're a big black dude too. On top
Yeah,
of that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. You
They
definitely
ask me questions in the first time, like, "Yo, do you get mad easily?" And all this type of, they trying to see what type of dude that I am because I don't talk, so you can't read me.
right,
So
right.
then my answer would be like this: if you treat me respectfully, I'll treat you the same. So we'll never have no
It
problems.
won't be
And
no
then I
problem.
go,
Right,
and then I keep passing my instruments.
right.
That's all you need to know. You don't disrespect me, I won't disrespect you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and I'm cool. I'm real friendly. I laugh a lot. But when it's time to flip, that scale could flip very quickly. I'm telling you,
Right.
like
Here you go
you, you
being
know,
crazy.
um,
Like I told y'all them Libra men was sensitive. Like, ain't that what Celtics say?
oh yeah, oh yeah. We'll go. I don't feel like I'm sensitive though, man. I feel like
But
I'm more like
sensitive might not be the right word, but it might be because my Libra
I feel
friend,
like I feel like petty is more the word for me. You know what I
you
mean? And then
petty.
yeah, like if you do me some shit, let me tell you, right?
You gonna do me
Especially yeah, look, if you violate me, I'm getting you back, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how
what?
I am. I'm sorry, but that's me. And my wife used to tell me that all the time.
That
She
get
called
back
me
to
Petty
you.
Daddy because she
Yeah,
knows
I
how
don't
I
like
am.
it. I don't like
You have to do me some serious shit. Like, all right, I'll tell you for instance, right? When I was in school, and I feel like my wife gave me such a hard time. You knew I was in school, and you was like still, putting me to the pedal, draining me for money, and just giving me a hard time. Once I graduated and shit, I was acting brand new. I ain't got a front to tell you. I'm just like, all right, well,
Can
you were
you see
acting
the
like
chat?
this.
I'm gonna put my number in the chat. It's in
I
a
was,
private chat though. Can you see it?
yeah. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna send mines right now.
Okay. But no, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to do it before we ended because I was gonna forget. You can just text it to me. You don't have to send, or you can put it on here.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah,
Look, I'm
yeah.
gonna help you think a little bit. I'm gonna help you think a little bit.
You're right. But
I be
yeah,
doing
like
that to my mom. I be telling my mom that, like, let me help you think a little bit. I can do this. I got a little bit of
I get a little bit petty, man. It depends. You know what I mean? At the end of
You
the day.
can't be look, okay, so we gonna have to work on that because you
No,
can't be
I
out here
am.
being
I am.
petty.
I am. I don't like. Look, if you see if I'm down and you put your feet on my neck, then
Then
it's
that's
my mission.
different.
It's my mission to show you you're not gonna hold me down, bro.
Right,
And
right,
and I'm. You understand what I'm saying? But to say if I'm petty for small things, I'm not. But it depends on how you deal with me. You know what I mean? I
right,
can be very nice if you deal with me in. You know what I mean? You show me love, and I'm gonna show you more love. But the minute
right.
that you try to violate me, bro, no. You know what I'm saying?
See, I would just stop talking to
And it's
you.
look, and it's only because I feel like I'm so nice, and that's why I don't
It
deserve
makes
to
you
be,
mad.
you know,
So
be
I
treated in
get
that
like
type
that,
of
but
way.
I'll stop talking to you because I feel the same way. Like I'm so nice to you, and then if you like do me bad or like screw me over, it's gonna hurt my feelings more than anything. And then I just would rather not deal with. I would just not talk to you. I would rather just to like not talk to you. I ain't even lying.
No, yeah, no, no, and now I'm like that though. Like I have friends that we were friends since I came into this country, and they did certain things that I had to stop talking to them in that way. But look, his brother passed, and I still went over there, show love and whatever. We're friends, but we're gonna be friends from a distance, though. I'm gonna have
Right,
to feed you with a long spoon. You know what I mean?
right,
You ain't
right.
gonna get that same access to me no more.
Yeah, no, I'm with you with that. And the access is a good word because that's what I had to learn how to like cut back on with people is how much access they had to me. And people that might not have always had my best interest in mind, or they were probably more, it was more about them getting something from me, whether it was information, energy. It don't always have to be money, but people, you got energy leeches
Look,
out
so
here.
I'll pass on the information. I still like, pass information to you, but like the access you had to me, like if you called me up and you needed some, I'm on my way right away. That ain't no more. You know what I mean? I'm not calling you every day. Stuff like that. I'm not gonna be available to you like that no more. You know what I mean? I had
Yeah,
a friend, right? Me and him was supposed to go to surgical tech school together, and then he kept on telling me like, no, surgical tech is like same as SPD. I'm like, no, bro. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he was like, "Nah, it's a waste of time." When I graduated and I started doing my thing, now the hate comes, right? But I
right,
told you let's do it together, and you didn't believe. You want to argue and shit like that, and now I can't help you because your
right.
mind. You could have easily Googled surgical tech and see it wasn't the same.
The difference, right.
Yeah, but you know it all though, right? So
Right. And
guess
some
what?
people you just have to let them like you can't take everybody with you on
Oh
your
yeah.
where you're going.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna seem mean though, man. They're gonna feel like, oh, bro, this guy got a little job. Now he doesn't want to hang out, and
Now he brand new. Now you acting brand new and stuff.
bro, I'm tired, and that's the truth. Sometimes, like what I mean. I don't have time to sit in front of your front porch and hang out with you all day and drink,
I
and
ain't here
I
with you.
can't do
Yeah,
that.
I don't got time. But no, that happened to me too though, Paris. But it was just different. It was me and two of my other friends went to cosmetology school around the same time. Now I was already a surgical tech, so I already had I was able to make more money than like my friends were.
Mhm.
And not only that, the Navy was paying for my cosmetology school, right? So I didn't have not only were they paying for it, but they was giving me a monthly check like to go to school because that was part of my GI Bill, right? So
Okay.
I finished though, and then so they finished, but I passed my cosmetology exam. Now the cosmetology exam actually was hard, believe it or not. And so I passed it, but they didn't. And then so it went from being, something that could make money to it was a waste of time and this is that and the third. And in my head, I'm like, it was only a waste of time because you didn't pass the state board or whatever. But
Okay.
then it went from that to so I started doing hair, right? And so I was doing braids and things like that I had already knew how to do. But because I specialized, right, and I'm a licensed cosmetologist, I was charging more, right? I was charging more than like the average new person. So I was charging a little bit more. And I'll never forget one of my friends was like, "Oh, you charge too much. I won't go to you for that." And all I could think about was like, you might not want to come to me, but other people was paying it. Other people was paying.
So let me not cut you off, but I'm gonna tell you this, right? It's weird when you start like doing business like that. Your friends and your family and the people around you, they ain't never gonna support you. They too close to you because they knew you from way back when. How dare you charge us that much money? But we gonna pay. We go to somebody else's shop though and pay that money because we don't know them like that.
Right.
But it'll be strangers that'll support you though.
Right.
Straight up. Trust me, because I got friends now. I asked one of my friends. I said, "Did you ever even like subscribe to my channel and at least just give me that subscribe?" She's like, "Nah, I didn't get to that yet." I said, "But I've been doing this for 7 months.
Right.
You can't be that busy."
No,
You know what I'm saying?
it's not that they're that busy. It's just one thing people don't really they still kind of weird with YouTube. When I tell people like I make YouTube videos, like I'm finna go home and make a video, I got to go home because I got to go live. It still doesn't register to them that it's
That's
not
that's
a
something
business.
serious.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
business
yeah.
thing. So that's one thing. But the second thing is, if she would, I guess, if your real friends, like if you, to me, I feel like my real friends would actually. One of my friends is one of my good friends is my subscriber. She might not watch all my videos, but she did subscribe. But people just really,
Man, listen, it'll be your family members, mainly, strangers, like people that, I met on YouTube, and then my haters, because your haters want to know everything
they
that's
want
going
to know
on
what
with
you're
you.
doing.
They
Yeah, they
they
want to know what
live.
moves you're making.
They,
You're
they,
right
they
about that.
live. You know what I'm saying? They watching. Trust me.
Yeah,
You
they
don't got to show
definitely
them
watch.
shit. They know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
no, that
watching.
actually, you're right about that though. Their haters gonna comment. They might even like the shit, and
Yeah,
you don't even know it's them.
they know your shit, bro. You don't got to stun on them. They know. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
They
sure right
watching
about
every
that.
move. You know what I
But
mean?
yeah,
At the end of
people
the
just
day.
with YouTube, I will tell you, it probably be a while before people actually like. Cause my sisters and them, they don't. I'm pretty sure they don't watch my channel. My son and he tell my son and his friends. He tell his
My
friends
my
everything.
nephew do, but my nephew had a channel before though, and he's only 18 years old. You know
So
what I mean? But he supports.
but it's normal to him because he grew
He
up with
lives. My nephew lives in Florida too. He lives in Kissimmee.
Kissimmee. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. He's actually getting into nursing school. I'm really proud of that dude, man. He's starting this month coming here. I'm trying. So that's another thing. I'm trying to be like a positive role model for him too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And be able to give him advice. So I advised him to go to nursing school. He was trying to figure something out. I said, do your little 2 years and then you can figure out whatever you want to do, but you have money to fund whatever you want to do at
Whatever.
that point in
Yeah.
time or whatever.
And that's what people have to understand too, because I forget when I be telling people to start a business or to do a business, like I'm thinking to do it, but to do it with the job you already have.
Oh
Like
yeah.
because it's hard when you don't have no money
How you gonna fund the business if you don't got no money? Then you're
you
gonna have to
can't
go take out loans,
you
and
can't
that's
even
where the whole problems come in right there.
you got the loans, and then you can't eat, you know what I'm saying? You got to worry about how you gonna eat, how you gonna pay your light bill and stuff like that. And
Let me
so
tell you, right? So you asked me early on about having the associates or just having the cert, right? I have family members who act like me graduating from surgical tech school is nothing, and it's not even really a good job because I don't have an associates. You know what I'm saying? They try
yeah.
to they try to downplay what you're doing because they're not even doing nothing close to that though.
Right.
But they don't want to give
Even
you
if you
your
have a
prop and
degree,
say, "Hey, well done." It's like it's not. That's like a botch school. It's not really like an associate's degree, and not knowing it doesn't make no difference.
it
I
don't
still
make a
get
difference.
paid as the person who has the degree.
Yep. It
The
doesn't
only
make a
reason
difference.
why I would go back and get it is that in the years to come, to get a job, they may ask you now that it's a requirement, and I
Yeah,
want to be
if
on.
you especially if it's an administrative or like a leadership role, then you'll definitely need some type of
And then
degree.
I would want to have that, just as
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, who is this? The Conway Home, I think is what. Hi. Oh yeah, the Conway Home. Hello, my fellow surgical stay encouraged and cut off the toxic people this year and every year after. I love your
Yeah,
video.
that's funny. She's one of my subscribers too, though, man. I seen her leave a comment on one of my videos the other day.
It was nice to hear from others who know what's fine. Yes, no. Well, welcome, the Conway Home. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for at least commenting, right? And
Oh
so
yeah.
yeah, but Dang, I got sidetracked. I be forgetting sometimes what we be talking about. Oh, but so the associate's degree though, it doesn't, the only time it's gonna make a difference, like what we were saying, is if you do some type of schooling where you want to go back, like if you want the bachelor's degree for your own, own stuff, or if you're just trying to become an administrator, a teacher or something like that.
But look, it makes no difference in pay. I can tell you that much. At least in my hospital, we all get
It
paid the
don't make no
same. You
difference
know what I
in
mean?
none of the hospitals.
It's really about you being in New York. It's really about being certified. So if
The
you're
associate's
certified,
degree is a they're pushing it. The schools are pushing it. Excuse me. The schools are pushing it because it's money for them. It has nothing to do with the requirements of the actual surgical tech.
and then what people don't understand though, the extra year is really about you taking an like psychology and the other classes for the school. It's not really about surgical tech
It's
shit.
right. All your
You know?
prereqs is gonna take you about a year, like you say, to do the English and
Correct.
the math and all the
Correct.
anatomy and stuff. So that is the school part of it, and they're
So
getting more money
when
when
I
you.
went back to school, like I said, I needed to get me a job as quick as possible. I wasn't trying to do 2 years.
Right,
And look, I had no job and I was married. Do you know what that feels like? Not working and having a wife. That's a whole different time for a whole different video.
do
But
you think
trust
that has
me,
something to do with like the relationship though, like, or it was already kind of like rocky before?
I mean, I think all of that made the relationship rocky because financial issues, it'd be the worst. You know what I mean? When the money in there, people get angry, bro. I gotta tell you that it creates a lot of problems. As much as we don't want to talk about shit like that, but that's the truth. And
Right,
especially for a woman too. She don't want to hold no more bills that she has to, you know what I mean? And she wants to be, like you said, a female. They want to know they have a man who could, you know what I mean, who could provide and do what he needs to do. And then my
right,
wife she didn't believe I was actually going to finish school anyway. Because
right.
I used to be a fuck up. I'm not even going to lie. You know what I mean? At the end of
And
the
you
day, I
was
was
with
just
her
ready
when
now,
you was
though.
kind of messing up a little bit. So she just thought this was just another like event or like
Yeah,
something.
yeah. A quick scheme that I'm going to just waste, the money and then, not finish, follow through. So, and by, like I said, I've been in community college before and I dropped out. So she's just thinking like that. Like he doesn't finish shit. So I'm not too sure about this shit.
Right,
But when I got married, I really wanted to, meet my wife halfway, bro. I didn't want her to feel like, yo, she have to hold most of the string. You know what I mean?
oh, that's you. I got your message. I think I got your message. Did you send me a blank text message?
No, I sent you. I said Nick.
The first letter is a 5.
No, my. Oh yeah. 516.
Okay. It didn't send nothing. It's blank. Look. Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
probably
can't. I can't see shit. It's just
no.
the
It's
light.
blank. It's blank. I was just
Tell me
like,
if
what?
you get. Tell me if you get this.
I got the text, but I didn't get the words. Oh, there it go. I got it now. I didn't have
Okay.
I didn't have a clear signal. There it goes. I was like, how did I just get an empty So I'm gonna call you Nick then. Am I supposed to be calling you Parris? So Nick is what? Nicholas?
It's just Nick.
It's not Nick. It's something.
Yeah, it's
It's
just Nick. No. So look, all the kids in my family, I got a Nicole, Nikisha, Nicole, and Nick. We all Nicks.
really, so
Yeah,
it's literally it's just Nick
just Nick.
on your birth certificate.
Correct.
For real?
Yeah, that's it, bro. It's
That's
different
like,
too, and it's
that's
no C. You see, it's no C. It's usually NICK.
no.
It's
That's why I
different.
thought it was like a nickname. Like I thought you was giving me a nickname.
Nah. Parris is my daddy name, man. That's my family name right there.
So Paris is the last name.
Yeah, but
Oh, now I got
that's what they call my daddy. I don't mind that.
your
Parris is.
dad.
Yep.
So your family's your dad and your mom, are they both still alive?
Yeah, my grandfather's still alive. He's 97 years old.
Oh, that's what's up though. Oh man, I miss my
My
granddad.
gr-
My granddad died.
my grandmother died at 92. Like my family lived really long, but I got to tell you, back home they grow their own food. They eat a lot of avocados, drink a lot of olive oil, shit like that, man. It's a different ball game. My grandfather still have a full head of hair. I don't know what happened to me. My father has it. They have no stress, man. They good over there.
But you
I'm
know
telling
what? Too,
you.
it has something to do with like I bet you it's some type of hormonal thing.
Yo, bro, I lost mine. I lost my hair when I was probably like 27 years old, very early.
It's a couple of guys that I know that started losing their hair fairly like in their 20s. You know,
But
it's a couple of
to be
people
honest
like
with you, like this is something that I don't even care about. That it never stopped me
some
from
women
pulling.
some women like bald guys, like it's a thing.
No, I had my full share of women. That's why I say I don't. It ain't never stopped me. You know what I mean? From
You
nothing.
ain't
That's I'm cool.
already know.
I'm cool. I'm cool. You know what I mean with that. But
But no, I
I,
do think because I did read like when I was in cosmetology school, like it is something with guys going losing their hair sooner. It's something up. It's
it's something because look, my brother, he's younger than me. He still have his hair too. So my brother, my father, and my grandfather. My grandfather has an afro. The man is 97 years old. So come on, it's something wrong. Unless I got this from my mom, I don't know. So it's
you could have. Does she have like thinner hair?
well, she's older now, so like I don't think she ever had like long flowing hair. So I'm not sure.
It could come from anything, but I just remember when I was in cosmetology school and just reading up, it was just like guys are going like some guys are losing their hair at earlier
Look,
age.
my corners started going, so I shaved mine off. I could be like some of those guys who kind of try to
All the way
like
to that.
get the hairline all the way on the top
No,
here.
just let it
Look,
go. I
let's
even know
take
a
the
guy
whole
right
shit. Let's take it off
it's a guy that I know right now. He's not losing this front part, but
to the
it's starting
sides or the
in the
back.
and he won't cut it. He won't cut it. He won't cut it. And I'm just like, I think you would look better with it cut. Like
I think if you leave that like that, it makes you look older than you
it
are. You
makes
know
you
what I
look
mean? At
old. It makes
on the
you
end
look
of the
old.
day.
It does. It does.
So just shave the shit off, bro. Let it go. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, let it go. I used
No,
to
I
have the
think
waves.
it's
I love the
weird.
waves, but then it started going. I was like, yeah, that's it, bro. Let's get rid
Just
of
leave it
that. You know what I
alone.
mean? At the end of the day, it is what it is.
No, I wonder what it is though, because it is a thing. Like it's a thing with men losing their hair. But it don't like women don't that shit don't really matter to us. Like honestly, it don't really matter.
I almost said something else different, but I'm not gonna say that.
No,
I got what they need, and it
oh
ain't the
God.
hair. You know what I mean?
It's probably women on here that'll watch this later in life and be like, he's 6'3", he got a 14 foot, like
Okay, so
it's
you know where
significant.
I'm going. You know where I'm going with the whole shit.
Yeah,
I'm
I
good.
mean, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say
Even
something
that
one day.
though,
I'm
though
not coming for you though, but I'm gonna just say all black men aren't. That shit ain't true. That shit ain't true. That
I
shit
wouldn't
ain't true.
know. I wouldn't know, but I can tell you about myself. You know what I mean? At the
You
end of the
might
day,
not.
and I
But you
don't think.
said
Look. When I was younger, I think that's what you needed, right? But you can have that, and women still leave your ass. Trust me when I
and
tell you.
honestly, I'ma just be like, I'ma just be honest with you. Like, okay, the first thing is you don't need to know, but if you've been in the OR long enough, you're gonna get a share of seeing enough to be able to be like, okay, the stereotype ain't always true, but even if we don't always want all of that. Like it just be too much sometimes. Like it just be too much going on sometimes. And so the order that I done got, I done changed up. I done been like, shit, just give me the little guy over there. Like I'll work with him. I'll work with the
Look,
little guy over there.
I
Look, I
think
done
people I think
relax.
people want to be in relationships with people that it makes them feel comfortable more so, bro. At the end of the
Yeah,
day. If you're financially stable, you have a good personality and you make that person feel comfortable, forget the rest. You know what I'm saying? People will
yeah,
take that. They'll work with you.
I know. Well, a little bit. Sometimes like, I'm okay.
And physical attraction too though. That has to be number one. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
It still does. Now I'm being a little silly and saying that I like a little guy sometimes too, but it can't be like it still does. Size does matter a little bit. Like don't let me sit here and like play because the shit does matter a little bit.
I
Like
don't
it does.
gotta worry about that. I already
No,
told
I
you.
know.
So
I was
I
just sitting
wasn't
here
even paying
laughing
that
like
no mind. I ain't got to worry about that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm good. You know?
I'm good over here. Just trust me. No, I'm being silly though. But honestly, like I remember being younger and thinking that, you know, you just won't. I changed my perception of shit completely changed the older I got. Like I was just like, fuck all of that. Like you is not finna tear my insides up. I'm not finna let you do that. That's not gonna happen. Not doing that.
Wait, you say if you're not gonna tear my insides out?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that to me. Like I'm just not. That's just too much. I'm almost finna start saying I need you to send me. You know, I need a consultation. Like that's what we do as cosmetologists. You need to send me
Let me
this.
know what's going on first before we set something up, right?
I don't need to be hurt. Like, nah, hell nah. Like, no, thank you. But you're right though. Look, you definitely right about as far as the comfort level
Look at
goes.
this. You hear this shit? So now, if you're working with a big package, you may be out the game because you know what I mean. Women then change their minds. We don't want that no more. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I
it
guess
makes
it
it.
would just have to be. I don't know, man, because like, I don't know. I don't know what other women gonna say about that. But shit, from my perspective, I'm just
It
like,
depends. It depends on preference, though, bro. Trust me, and I think so because just like for dudes, like some dudes, like I got a friend right now. He's a skinny dude. He's actually more like a bodybuilder. Though. He works out.
yeah,
He only
muscles
like
and stuff.
he only likes girls with big booties. That's way 2 times his size. Trust
Oh,
me.
like really, really big girls,
Yeah, yeah. He likes big girls.
like BBW. Ain't that right? BBW.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it all depends on preference, man. Like for me, I have a preference too, like, but I don't really like too skinny, and I don't like too big. I'm already big. Big and big don't really work out. We need
Hey,
to have a little bit
I
of a.
used to say the dude. He said the same thing. He used to say the same thing. He was like, "Too big
No,
people don't work."
it does not. It does not. You know what I mean? Big and big, no. You know what
And
I
I feel
mean?
like that about skinny guys. I don't like skinny guys. Like I would not date a skinny guy. I've dated like when I say skinny, I don't. I mean, shit, anybody. Okay, so this one particular dude I'm thinking about, he probably 6'5", 6'4", but he might be like 200 pounds soaking
Oh
wet.
shit. Yeah,
You know
he's skinny. You know
that
what
I
I
don't.
mean?
That's not attractive to me. Like you skinny. Like you skinny.
Bro,
I
I'm slim at 240 pounds. Then I'm skinny at that.
yeah, because you're tall though. So
Yeah,
240.
yeah, and then my limbs are also long. Like my wingspan, bro, is like it's crazy. I can stand up and my people say you got monkey arms because my hands past my knees. I'm pretty long. I look taller than I am too. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so I'm
Yeah.
6'3". I look like I'm 6'5" because I have
Right.
long limbs. You know what I
Oh
mean? At the
my
end of the
goodness.
day,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Like LeBron, you right? LeBron is like 3 something. I don't think you guys know that.
No, I can. When you look at LeBron, he's solid. So and he's tall. So I
Yeah.
guess because I already have
But
a
he
reference.
doesn't look like a 300-pound person. You know what
But
I'm
he's
saying? At the
still
end of the
like he's
day,
what, like 6'4", 6'5"?
well, LeBron, he's
Yeah.
probably like 6'7" though. He's big. Those basketball players. I think Iverson is like 6'4". You know what I mean? And
Really?
he looks short,
He
and
looked
you know what I
compared
mean?
to them. Yeah, he did
Yeah,
look.
yeah. But they're big. They're big. They're definitely big.
Yeah, so
Those
he got
dudes-
it because he's not skinny at all. Like when you look at LeBron, you see me. I see meat on him. Like I see
but he weighs a lot. You know.
Yeah, no, that's funny though. You like
I
I'm sitting
know.
up here just laughing.
I know this chick, right? And she told me too. She don't date skinny dudes because she has a son, and she's like, "Yo, those dudes with that chest reminds me of her little son." She
Her
feels like
kid,
it's a
yeah,
little boy. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It
So
just be
she
like but how you feel about two big people? Like I mean, to each his
no,
own. To
no.
whoever, but two skinny people to me, I don't want to feel your bone. I
I don't have a problem with big people, and that's just not for me. It's just physically, I like big booties. You know what I mean? But I don't like like too
But
big.
you can't really get a big booty unless you get. Well, these days you can. I guess you can if it's not real. I guess I was thinking like
Yeah.
a big, like if you get a too big of a booty girl, then she gonna
I know
have
I'm
to
not
be.
talking about that type of stripper excess shit that's fake. That ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying that
That's
if
not
a
what you're talking
girl could be slim but she has curves, you know how Fab say slim thick?
about. Mm-hmm.
She's slim, but she got
Pretty
her.
thick.
You know what I'm saying? She got her. It's the straight slim girls is what I don't like. You're just like this.
Nothing.
You
It's
know,
nothing
that's
going on,
not for
baby.
me. I'm not dissing nobody. You know, because God knows you know what I mean. But that's not what I like. You know what I mean. At the end of the day, that's
Well,
it.
right now you don't. Well, no, I was going to say right now you don't like nothing, but you do. You do like you just not engaging in relationships. So
Oh
you
no,
open
yeah.
to
So I'm not because, like I told you, I have my own situation going on now.
right,
Like I
right.
told you, I'm a single married dude. You know
So
what I
what
mean?
you
And
gonna do
that
about that though? But and you don't want her back, so that's what you said. So what your play
no,
is like?
you say what?
What's the plan? Like just stay just to stay married, single.
No, I'm trying to work on getting
I'm like,
this
what's the
divorce
plan?
right now and getting that like sealed and getting it out of the way.
Does
And
she
like
want to
I don't
though? You
know
don't think
nothing.
she wants
I don't even know nothing about that. I would have to research all of that stuff. Like you know what I mean. All of this is new to me too.
to? Right.
Like
And
so.
but y'all haven't. You've been separated for what, a year or so? You said.
No, hell no. We're separated for months now. It's just maybe like 3 months. So all of this
Oh,
shit is like,
this ain't no separation. It's a break.
oh no, bro, this shit is done. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I just told you before how petty that I am, right? If you walk out of this crib, like I went to just to put my business out there, I don't care. I came home from work and my wife was gone. So you know what I mean? You kind of did that to really hurt my feelings, and I'm not hurt by it. I don't ever want you back now, though. I'm never gonna take you back. That's how I
Oh,
am, you know. And she knows how I am. The minute you make that decision to walk out of that door, yo, bro, you just know that you got to keep moving. That's it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
did
and then
she
I
tell you
feel
she was gonna leave? Like, did she give you like a warning a couple of times before that? Not that day, but like, did she ever
we
say
had
one
a,
day?
we had a whole argument, and a lot of that stuff had to do with me wanting to move and all of that stuff too, right? So all of that stuff too, and then like I told you, when I was actually in school, I wasn't being treated the correct way. Like you really tried to put your feet on my neck, so I felt away the whole time anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I really had a wife, but I really didn't have no help.
But
It
you
was
know,
just
that
me.
could have honestly helped you complete the school. Like,
It
you know,
did. It did because I'm gonna tell you one thing that pushed me through school is every day in my program. If you failed 2 classes, you was out the program. It's a wrap. All right. So and you ain't getting your money back either. So after you fail 2 classes, that's it. You're out of there. That's the contract.
really.
Oh yeah. So for me, I used to have anxiety, bro, because I didn't want my wife to laugh in my face. I know she was just waiting to be like,
For you
nigga,
to
I
fail.
told you. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So for me, I definitely used to wake up. I would come from clinicals, take a little nap, then I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm back in the books. And then 6 o'clock I'm ready to go back to school. Bro, I had a hard time. Ain't nobody
Right.
gonna ain't no tell me nothing. And then like I said, financially, I still had to come up with my money. Not because my wife was a nurse, that means I had it easy. I know there
Right.
had times like, so I used to go to work in the city, and in the city in New York, you have no parking. So you have to pay for parking. I used to have to pay $20 a day. It was times, one time, like, bro, I couldn't even get my car out. My car
What?
was inside the lot, but what happened was, I don't know if you guys have like an easy pass for like the
Mm-hmm.
bridge over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like $80 in my account or 80 something. And I put my car in. I know I had 80 something dollars, so I'd be good. But Easy Pass, they went ahead and just took out $80 and be like, we're gonna hold this 80. So whenever you go by, you have a credit. But
Right.
I didn't need them to give me no credit at the time. I don't got
Right.
that money. I don't need you taking my little
That
last
I need.
$80. So I
Right.
get in there now and my shit bounces. Like, yo, you don't got no money in your car. How you gonna get your car out? And now we all know if I leave my car in there, now the fees go up in the city. So I call my wife and I'll be like, yo, bro, I give you the story. She don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
She gives me the story as, oh, nah, I only have such and such amount of money, and that's to buy lunch for the rest of the week. So what do you want me to do? Leave my car inside of there? Now I have to call my homegirl that you don't want me to talk to at all,
To
and
come
my
get.
homegirl sends me the money right away
Right.
with no questions asked.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I went through all of that type of shit. I feel like my wife should have really supported me a little bit more, and she didn't. And all of that type of shit made me feel some type of way. So once shit started popping for me, I'm acting the same way how you was acting when I was down. Oh, I don't got that.
Right.
And
Hey
then
Tasha, Happy New Year. Me and Tasha we was in the Navy together. And we
Oh
scrub. She
yeah.
was a scrub tech. She working at SPD for the VA right now. But yeah. Happy New Year. You should have came up here. Look, I'm talking about you should have came up there. Actually, Tasha, on some other stuff, I was looking at some land in Gainesville not too long ago. So I might end up I've been looking for land in Florida lately. And they had a couple acres in Gainesville. That's somewhere. So Gainesville is kind of like that's where the University of Florida is, but it's still
Okay.
country. It's country kind of. It's still country and like undeveloped areas and stuff. And so when you're looking at Florida, don't look in the city. Like pick the city and then go outside of the city.
No, so that's definitely what I want to do. I'll be looking on what's the name of that app? I'll tell you right now.
Hello?
Zillow, yeah. I look at that all the time. I be calling shit into existence, man.
I
You
was
gotta
looking at Zillow earlier today. I promise you, because I'm not into I've been trying to avoid the loan situation, but
yeah.
because the interest rates the interest is so low right now. I was like, well shoot, let's just see what's out there. And if I want to buy something, excuse me, I'll get a loan and then just try to pay. I won't get a loan for anything over like 100,000. But I don't know. I might just wait. And pay cash for it, like what we was talking about earlier.
Bro, I call my shit into existence, man. I don't got the money right now, but I know exactly the type of land I want, the type of space. My house got to have an in-ground pool in there too. It's a must. That's
Yeah,
a must.
down here. You can get. I mean, depending on how much money you want to spend. Let's just say you want it like you would get the land first, obviously, if you want to pay cash. But there are some you can buy the land with the houses and everything on
So
it.
Tanisha, she was talking about last night, right? She was talking about last night that how they caught like 3 acres and like a fixer up a house. I would
Yep.
work with something like that, bro,
You
and
can
fix it
even
up, piece by piece.
You can even and I know people don't like trailers, but shit, I was like, I'll put a trailer on that bitch if I had to for a year just to build, just because I'm watching this couple online and what they did was they bought the land, they put a travel trailer on their property though with their kids and everything in it. Like it's a small travel trailer. And they started, she got a $50,000 loan from Home Depot just for like some of the materials and stuff, and everything else they paying cash for. And so the land paid for, and then they just paid for like a travel trailer. But I would put a travel, like if the property I get don't have a house or nothing on it, then I would put like a trailer or something on it just until
Yeah,
I
but
can.
you could always go back to like scrubbing and go traveling and then gather some money up and then come back and then set up again.
I could do that, couldn't I?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to scrub right now though. I might scrub. We'll see how the year goes. We'll see how it goes this year. And I still have to finish. I probably won't scrub until I take that first assist exam. And
Yo,
that's
that's
really what
something that you should finish that though. You started it, yo,
I
do it,
took the
bro.
test. I took it in November. I failed it again.
I don't care, man. When I talk to you, I want to hear you telling me, yo, bro, that shit is in the
I'm
bag.
studying. I know.
It's in
I
the
got to
bag.
study for. I said that I was gonna start. Matter of fact, I was supposed to start studying for it in January. I said that I was gonna take the rest of these. In my head, I told
And who knows? You may inspire other people like us to move on to the next level. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So just don't do it for yourself. Do it for
do it for
everybody else
y'all.
behind you.
Yeah, I haven't made it past it, so I might just like grind it and then try to take it, and then if I don't pass it, then I'll just have enough time to take it one more time. But
And I gotta tell you, too, you're home, bro. You could, guys
shut
can do
up.
it, man. You could.
Don't be coming for me, Paris.
I ain't
No,
coming for you, but
but you're right though. You're right. I'm home and I have the time to do it. Like I do have the time to do it.
my friends will tell you, man, I'm the type of person that's convinced you that your ass can fly. You know what I mean? You'll jump off the building. I'm telling you at the end of the day. Because you can do it, though. You know what I mean? At the end of the
No,
day.
I can do it, and I know I was studying, but I wasn't studying. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't really like doing what I probably should have been doing. And then I be taking my experience for granted, thinking that it might translate over into a textbook version, and it doesn't necessarily translate over. Like you really do have to go back and study. If you haven't been in school, as long as I haven't been in school, I have to study for it.
Yeah, bro, like I said, do it. That'll open up more content for you to talk about, new things. And trust me, and that's what you're looking for too, right? So that's just
Yeah,
something else for you to talk about,
just to keep
different
adding to.
avenues. I think you should do it, man. And like I said, you may inspire some other people,
Well,
and
I've
that's what it's
already
really
paid
about.
for it. Like I paid for it, so I mean, it would be dumb for me not to at least try, right?
You already passed the whole school part of the shit, right? So I have a friend like that now. Me and him was in surgical tech school together, and he didn't pass his state boards, so he can't really work right now. Because in New York, if you
Well,
don't
he
got the
can't.
boards,
Oh, in New York he can't, but
yeah,
down
yeah,
like
yeah, your
down
ass
here
can't
he
work.
can.
Yeah, it's a wrap for you. You can't work at all until you pass that, until you pass them boards,
What you
right?
think about taking the CRCST exam?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, the
To be,
CRCST is SPD for surgical tech.
oh, I took the NBS TSA exam. That's the one I
Right.
had
No,
to
that's
take.
yeah, but so if you wanted to go work in like SPD,
Yeah.
like the only certifications we can get is the NBS TSA one for surgical tech, right? Then we
Uh-huh.
can get the CRCST, which would be the certification for surgical techs in SPD, and then we can do the first assist. But you know, with first assist, you have to go get the additional. Now you have to get additional education before you
So they don't use. That's another thing, right? They don't use first assist in New York. So that's
right.
if you live in New York, it wouldn't make no sense.
And
But being
Cali
that
too. It doesn't
I'm
work in
moved,
Cali either.
yeah, being that I'm oh, it's not in Florida either.
No, it's in Florida, not in Cali.
Oh, all right. So being that I'm moving, that would be something probably the next step. You never know, right? That's
Yeah.
why I say, bro, like you have people looking at you, do it, man. And just inspire us, man. Do some shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you
Okay.
there though. You know what I'm saying? Do it, man.
No,
You
but you're
already.
right though. It's just so it was just so like I wouldn't even say it was discouraging, but it was still not discouraging to like because I knew I didn't do enough.
My new mindset is if I'm gonna start something, I'm gonna finish this shit no matter what. Or else I'm
How
not
long
gonna
it
start it.
takes, right?
Don't start it at all. Like that's you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
somebody said to me a while back, it's like how you do one thing is how you're gonna do everything in your life. So if you
right.
kind of turn your mind to if I'm starting some shit, I'm finishing it.
I got
Everything
to
you start, you're gonna finish. And like I
yeah,
told you, I used to be a knucklehead before I started getting my shit together. And I'm telling you, if I can do shit, I tell everybody else, you can become a surgical tech, bro. Trust me.
right,
You know what I mean? You just gotta, apply yourself, man. Really study and open them books. You look at YouTube, go to the library. Just use all your avenues. You know what I
I
mean?
actually have the books here. That's what's crazy about it. Like I have so many like surgical tech books here. It's really actually sad at this point because some of them I can't even do anything with because you know how they go outdated and stuff.
Yeah,
But I have plenty. Like it's just really, I just got over it. When I failed it this last time, I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna just take in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna take December off and then go back into it in January. So you're right. I'm on it. We on it. We'll
nah,
just do it.
you got this though. You got this. You're smart. You got this. You got a whole bunch of shit going for you. Look how many things so far. You told me you got hair underneath your belt, surgical tech underneath your belt, technology shit.
Yeah.
The business side.
You
Like
know what I think it is too, though. Honestly, like I guess because in my head I'm just like trying to go straight to like full blown like. Well, not even trying, but I'm just like so focused on the entrepreneur part of it that
that's
I
cool. But look, that's cool, and I hear you on that. But then you shouldn't start it in the first place. Everything you start, you got to finish.
I
So
got to finish it
don't
now,
start
right?
nothing else after this if that's not what you're gonna
No,
go.
so
But
no,
finish
I
this shit.
like you on it because so like I had that was the plan. So what I said I was gonna do is like actually just not add nothing else to my plate because it's not that it's I can't finish it. It's just a lot as far as the business part, but I do have the time. It's just not so Tasha said you could do the IACSMIM certification for step processing and travel to that too. So you can travel with, let me put this on the screen for people to see it. But no, you're right. You're right. You're right. I'm not gonna even like shit, it ain't nothing I can really say besides you're right. Cause you're right. But I did kind of just was like,
So wait, we could as a tech, I can do that cert and be able to do both.
yeah, so you could do for traveling, processing, and travel that too. So she's saying you can travel as a traveling SPD tech with this certification.
But
And you can travel as a
do I have to go back to school for that, or I could just
no, because you're a
take the
surgical tech.
test?
So surgical techs can work in SPD, but to travel, you're gonna have to have a certification to do it. So she's saying use that certification, and that'll just open up more travel assignments for you. So if you don't,
I'll look into that. I'll
I mean,
definitely
it
look
just
into that.
opens it up to where, like, let's just say if you want to come to Florida or you want to go somewhere and they don't have any SPD or any.
The funny thing is the reason how like I thought about surgical tech. I used to hang out with my friend. She's a central sterile, so she's
Who?
SPD, and
Oh, okay.
that's how I started looking at the instruments, and I was like, yo, let's go for this whole surgical tech thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I worked at SPD as well, and so it makes you actually a little more marketable if you do go to like a facility, because you can do both. You'll be able to do both.
Well, if you worked in SPD, I feel like you're gonna know all them instruments though.
You
Like,
know all the instruments. You
shit,
know the
that's
instruments.
half the battle right there when you becoming an
That's what
attack.
I would do. I'm telling you. I'm thinking of one like specific instance when I was working, and the SPD guy, he would want to leave early. And so one day I was in there with him. I was like, I wanted to learn what was in a certain tray, right? And so I was putting it together. And then he was like, can you just stay in here for the rest of the day? I'ma leave. And I was like, yeah, just go let the managers know. And so then they started letting me stay in there more, and I started learning what was in the trays.
Oh yeah.
It just
That's
made it
half
that much
that.
easier.
You know how a lot of times we be having a lot of trays, and then when the case is finished, I don't know what the fuck goes back to what. Like, you know what I mean? You got to go on that count sheet and try to figure it all out.
What she said it's pronounced Isham. Hold on, let me put it, because my public school reading sometimes is like terrible. I think I said it right. Isham. Isham is how
No,
you pronounce. That's how you pronounce this certification right here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, she's saying it. That's how you pronounce that. So that's something. And I know the other one is
So you
CRC.
said Tasha, she's in the Navy right now?
So she's out now. We were stationed together. We were stationed in South Carolina together as surgical techs.
So wait, let me ask y'all this though. Y'all know how to shoot guns and all that stuff? You be going to the range?
I haven't been to the range in a while, but yeah, I used to go to the range.
Are
I
you
don't know if
nice
Tasha
though? Is
goes to
what
the
I want to
range.
know. You nice with it or not?
I'm all right with it. I'm all right.
I like that. I like that type of shit too. I go to the range.
Yeah, I haven't been in a while though, because the one that I was going to was closer to my house and they closed. The Calm Way Home says when I traveled back in the 90s, I took scrub portions and positions and stereotype positions. We can do both because of the knowledge. So that's what we saying, Parris. Instead of just doing travel as a tech, you can do it as a sterile processing tech and a surgical tech. It's just gonna open up more positions for you.
That's something definitely I'll look into.
But you have to have a certification for that. You have to have certification. Because I was gonna take a sterile processing tech position here, but even though I was a certified surgical tech, they still wanted me to have the certification in SPD.
But what I'm asking you, I'll just have to buy like the textbook and then take the
And
test.
study for it, right?
Okay,
No, the study
correct.
material and then the exam probably. She said OR experience or the experience. Yeah, our contract employees in my department starts at 30, and that's pretty good for SPD down here. Honestly, the 23 to 25. So you know how much you making in New York. That don't come down here like that.
And that's why it's hard for people to believe that I'm about to leave and go somewhere else.
But
my rent
is $1,000. So
yeah, mine's is 15. You know what I mean?
but do you see, like, you can't even it's a whole nother 1 bedroom in the back.
Oh no, I just got a 1-bedroom apartment. That's it.
See, no, absolutely
you know
not.
what I mean? And no parking, none of that type of shit. Plus, my boy moved down there. I told you, and he told me you guys don't have state tax, so it kind of evens out anyway.
Yeah, we don't pay state tax down here. We pay tax on like I think we pay tax on like I think we don't pay tax on food, but everything else get taxed. But we don't pay like a state tax. Like at the end of the year when you do your income tax and stuff, it won't be a state. You don't get charged state tax. The Conway Home says you're right. Things are different now. I only scrub when I take a travel assignment. Yeah, that's the only reason you should. I don't think anybody once you get the experience. I don't think people should honestly. I think you should go traveling. I don't think you should work as a staff agent because you're not gonna make enough money, and if you stay there too long, you're gonna lose money because you're gonna gain the experience, but they're not gonna pay you what your experience is. They're gonna pay you what you came in as. So I think after a while, you're gonna have to leave just to get the most for your money. But yeah, down here, you're gonna make so I start working here. I think the highest that I got was like $27 an hour as a staff person, and they wasn't trying to give me that. Like that was like a fight for it. And that was because
How many years experience you had at the time though?
shit. So this was probably like 4 years ago. So about 10, 11 years, 10 years.
And they want to give you the 30 to 27.
But I'm saying you maxing out here. You're gonna cap here. Like you gotta think if the average tech coming in, they're making about $20.
Bro.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
at my job right now, right, they have some. As soon as I hit my 2 year working with my job, they give you a $5 bonus, $5 raise. So from what
That's
I'm
good.
making, then to get five on top of that, But like I said, the cost of living over here, and then basically just the quality of life is different too, though.
Yeah. No, see,
So I'll take a pay cut though.
yeah, because you're not gonna need as much. You're not gonna need as much to live, and if you got other
Yeah.
businesses going on,
Yeah.
you'll be good. You'll be good. But yeah, I have this house. It's not a new house. It's in an older neighborhood. What I'll say about the older neighborhoods is you're gonna get more land. You're gonna get more space, right? And then so it's about a three. It's listed as a 3-1 this main house, right? And then I have a den behind me, which I use as like the activity room, which really could be like a whole nother room. And then I have a whole nother 1 bedroom, 1 bath in the backyard. And that's where that's where the studio is. That's where I do hair back there.
For something like that in New York, you probably pay like $3,000 or $4,000. That's easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in Cali the same way. When I was in Cali, it was the same way. Tasha in Gainesville say a 3-bedroom, 3-bath is $990. That's in Gainesville, right, Tasha?
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we living all right down here.
I already made my mind up though, so it's just a matter of time now. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm just going with the flow now.
The idea though is to live here and to travel though. Like that's the idea. Yeah. You won't really you could make some money here. So let's just say, like when I took my travel assignment out of the state, when I came home, I had enough money to where I could take a lower
travel assignment. This is what I was thinking, right? When my lease is up and I leave New York, right? I was thinking about not getting no apartment at all and just travel. I don't got no house, so I'm always traveling around.
And then stack if you wanted to.
And then stack my money up and then come back to Florida and at least have some money to look for something that I want now, like a little piece of land, and then start from there and then build it up piece by piece.
You could get a whole RV, and you're a big dude, so you might need like a bigger, you might not be able to
make it work. I can make it work, bro.
No, I'm just saying because I was thinking for myself, I would get a van that those camper vans, the ones that drive like cars, not the big ones.
I don't know if you guys got basements in Florida, but we have basements in New York.
No, we don't have basements below sea level.
When I was young, I had a basement apartment that I had to I had to bend down a little bit when you come in because my head would touch the. You know what I'm saying? I'll make it work.
But I would do it. I mean, I'm all about telling people to get in an RV. I'll tell somebody that quick in a heartbeat. Like, that's yours, and you can park them at the hospital. Like they ain't gonna say nothing. Shit, you can stay there if it's your personal, it's your vehicle. So she said, I'm thinking about.
I don't know why you sound like you're on fast forward now.
Am I? I still sound fast forwarded.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know what just happened.
It might be the
Hold on.
Wi-Fi.
Is it still doing it?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. It might be your Wi-Fi a little bit. Let's see if it comes back though. In the meantime, uh,
I hear me. I can finish that. You hear me? No, he can't hear me.
I'm back.
Oh, I can't hear. I can't hear anything. Can you hear me, Parris, or no?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you chopping up though. I don't know if
I
it's
can't hear you.
your Wi-Fi.
Can you? Are you muted?
I'm gonna come out and then come back in though. You heard?
I
Or
can't hear you.
no? Hold on. How about now? No?
Nope,
I'm
nope.
gonna leave and come back in.
He said he gonna leave and come. Maybe actually, let me try that. Let me see if that actually put him back in. We've been on here for 3 hours. I need to change my title. I, oh, you can't hear me either. You can't hear me either. Like no sound at all. You still can't hear me. Let me see. Okay, let me just see that like that. It's still messing up, you guys. Let me see here. All right, let's just go back here. I'm gonna just plug straight into the Wi-Fi and see if that do it. Well, your room, Duncan. Let's see if we can get some better service if I plug us up into the actual. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I'm a hardwire person. Let's see if that helps. And then let me see. If y'all want to hop on, y'all, let me see. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to do with it. Hold on, let me refresh again. Can you hear me though?
Nah, you chopping up still.
I can't hear you. Let me see. Voice. I don't really know what happened. Communication default.
I can't hear you though.
or no?
Oh yeah, I just heard you.
It's still I got no voice. I don't know what I'm playing.
But you,
Oh, that's probably what I don't really know what happened. I could have started. So that's fast. So am I back or no? Voice on it. It's not working. What is that? Audio. I have no idea what's going on. Audio.